F. Waynesville, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human. In the heart of Beer City, USA, two men, one journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit. Let's go! Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. You can see us live on the YouTubes. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and that way you can join us in the chat here each and every day. Hit us up on all the socials at the Sportsocracy, and training camp has begun. Are we ready to say that in full now? You've been adding caveats every day.
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't really start until the 22nd.
Yeah, I think we can say it started now.
Okay, all right.
We're doing stuff.
We're finally here. Training camps are beginning. The sweat will begin to pour, tomorrow after everybody gets their bed assignments and such like that. Do they still make dudes do that in certain places? Do you still have to stay in dorms and all that?
Yes.
Or are we past that now?
No, we still do that.
They still do that? Okay.
We're hanging out in the dorms just waiting for Coach to come yell at us.
Which, if you're Brandon Stevens, that's going to happen pretty soon. Jeremy's favorite punching bag already taking strays.
Yes. Jets camp not complete until Brandon Stevens shows up and completely forgets to cover somebody.
Yep. Welcome into the program. We've got things that happening. Carolina Panthers veterans reporting to training camp. We have the Kansas City Chiefs getting excited about a new stadium. I'm real excited about the new stadium as well. It's going to be fun. We've got some college football to talk about today. Big 12?
It's
Is that
the
who we're
Big
doing today?
12. It ain't intramurals. It's Division I football.
I mean, it is technically Division I football, and it's not the worst of the conferences out there. But when it comes to the Power Four,
it's probably
it's not worse than the Mountain West or the MAC or the Conference USA. I mean, obviously, it's better than those.
That's like saying your new girlfriend's cuter than your brother. Okay, yeah. I mean, that bar wasn't real high,
right?
Right.
So, but when it comes to the Power Four, I mean, it's pretty close, isn't it, between the Big 12 and the ACC?
How many teams in the Big 12 do you actually think are good in 2026?
Define good.
How many?
Because I think there could be a whole lot of you're all right.
If everything went the right way, how many teams in the Big 12 could make the playoff?
One, maybe two.
And that one has no quarterback. That's going to be fun. I can't wait for that.
I mean, they have a quarterback.
Yeah, but he's not very good.
It wasn't the one that you wanted.
No, he's, I'll bet you he doesn't play a game for Texas Tech.
Yeah. Flatter. Anybody close, in your opinion?
To Texas Tech? BYU.
Yeah. Let's say, is Houston getting there?
Houston's not terrible. I mean, look,
Kansas State?
there are people that think Houston will be good. I'm not really one of them. Utah, now with no Kyle Whittingham, you lost 2 first-round offensive tackles. You do have a quarterback, though. That's fun. I don't know. The Big 12 to me is just, it's a lot of I mean, I pulled up the ESPN FPI projections. Every team in the conference outside of Texas Tech is between 18 and 66. Okay, So, I mean, you've got a slew of teams that are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but is there a team in this entire conference that you go, yeah, that's the one everybody's sleeping on?
No, not really.
Kansas State. I
feel
swear
like
to God, I've heard Avery Johnson was getting ready to turn the corner. I think I've been hearing that since the Reagan administration.
It's been several years.
I think he's been the starting quarterback at Kansas State since 2004.
That's what it feels like sometimes. But no, I mean, I feel about the Big 12 like I feel about, I don't know, let's say like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because, like, for the most part, that roster is pretty solid on average.
It's not going to be an assault on your eyes, but will it be good? Right. Probably not.
But like top to bottom, right? Number 1 to number 12, or how many are in the Big 12? 10?
The Big 12.
Are we at 14? I don't even know. But whatever, top to bottom in that conference, I feel
16.
Like everybody's pretty close.
The Big 12 has 16. I think the Big 10 has 42. The Pac-12 somehow has 10. That's stop with numbers. Stop naming conferences the big blank, because the number is not going to stay the same. Change the name of the conference. Why is this not the Big 16? Can anybody explain that to me?
Mm-hmm.
Are we so committed to the Big 12 after it was that for a decade? Because it was the Big 8 back in the day.
Aside from Colorado, everybody in this conference could be competitive.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I would. I genuinely think probably half of this conference is not bowl eligible when it's all said and done. Because I don't really like Kansas. Colorado's going to be a disaster. Iowa State's not going to be great because every player they had that can play, they play at Penn State now. Iowa State will be a lot of fun to watch since they held on to a few players, got some new ones, and then just raided the roster at Iowa State. Baylor, I don't think is going to be particularly good.
Okay.
I'm not going to say bad things about my school, so we're just going to not talk about West Virginia. They will indeed have a football team.
They're wildly mediocre. It's fine.
No, I think mediocre still. It's a little in the offing. We need a couple more players to be mediocre. If they got 3 high-end transfers, they'd be touching mediocre. Whatever's worse than mediocre, that's where they're at right now.
Okay.
Cincinnati, bad. Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to the high side. And to me, the high side of the Big 12 is not hard to figure out. Texas Tech is going to hurt your feelings defensively. I don't know that they can score. I read this book. I've seen it. You don't have Brendan Sorsby. That's probably enough to keep you from being a real-life, honest-to-God competitor. Now, in the Big 12, can anybody beat you? Probably not. I would say Will Hammond is probably good enough to get this team to 11 wins.
Okay.
The question is, can anybody rival them? And I'm not so sure that they can. I mean, there are 2 teams that I like a lot. But, I mean, I keep looking at Texas Tech's schedule going, okay, so you play Abilene Christian, Oregon State, and Sam Houston in the non-conference. That's lovely. You play 9 games in the conference, and of those 9 games in the conference, you play 5 of the worst 7 teams in it. Then you have competitive games with what I think will be Houston. That one's at your place. You have one with Arizona. That one's at your place. You have one with TCU. That one's at your place. And then you do have to go to Oklahoma State, which is North Texas on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do laugh at all the people that say, well, North Texas or Oklahoma State got the quarterback from North Texas. They also got the coach. And so, fantastic. You have a mid-tier Power 5 school in the Big 12. That's good enough to go about 9-3. If you had to put your money right now on the team to finish second in this conference, who would it be? I'm just curious if you say the same team.
BYU.
I think mine would be on TCU.
Okay.
TCU's got this kid, Jaden Craig, that played at Harvard that I'm telling you, I think he's going to be better than people think. When I talk to evaluators, that is a name that comes up very early. When we were getting ready for and we were doing all the prep for Year of the Quarterback, Jaden Craig was a name that came up a lot.
Okay. It's hard for me to pull against BYU. I love their coach.
Oh, man, I'm not pulling against them. I just they are what they are. I mean, do I think they can beat Texas Tech? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule's not
nobody
particularly impressive, but you do play Notre Dame, who I think is absolutely going to run you off the field. And do you have a game on that schedule that gives you an impressive win? I mean, seriously, go up and down that schedule. Find me the impressive win where you walk away and go, yeah, BYU. And they're going to go 10-2. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go 10-2, most likely play in the Big 12 title game, and Texas Tech will kick your guts in the same way they did last year.
We shall see. If Texas Tech still has trouble scoring at the end of the year, that could be a fine matchup. You never know.
Can BYU score on them? My answer would probably be no.
Yeah. Well,
and you're going to be sitting on a resume where your best win was Utah.
I was like, do they still have that quarterback that ran for like 60 touchdowns or something 2 years ago and everybody got crazy about?
No.
No.
They had a running back that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that running back's name is L.J. Martin, by the way, and yes, he is still there.
Ah, okay.
They do have Bear Bachmeier as their quarterback. Let's go.
I mean, he's already a winner with that kind of name.
I mean, his brother played for 14 different schools. I'm not overly impressed by it. I think you'll have a handful of teams that are going to be right in that like 9-10 win range.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have some dregs. How many games does Colorado win this year?
Oh boy, I think I'm at like 3, maybe.
I would say 3.
They got some easy ones. I glanced at their schedule.
Well, they play at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's going to hurt your feelings. Mm-hmm. Colorado, Georgia Tech. Let me go ahead and tell you how that's going to go. That's what we call a layover game of I have a flight to catch to get to a game I actually want to go to, and it just so happens to be that flight comes out of a city that you're playing in, so we'll be there to watch you get just assaulted. Then you'll get one over Weber State. You go 2 Northwestern, 2 Baylor. He played Texas Tech, Utah, Oklahoma State, Kansas State. At Arizona State, Houston, they will not win one game that I just said. And hopefully, I swear to you, I'm to the point of I'm hoping that when Deion goes 3-9 again, we can stop this. But he's such a good coach. No, he's not.
Mm-mm.
Never has been, never will be. He can recruit players, which is why he won at Jackson State. The problem is, it's kind of like Jerry Seinfeld once said about cars. Yeah, you got to rent a car. Well, it doesn't really – anybody can just take the reservations. It's holding the reservation that really matters. And you don't do a very good job of that. As evidenced by on the preseason All-American team, 3 of those guys used to play at Colorado. None of them do now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Star players like to win. And when you can't put together a complete roster and don't win games – what do you think is going to happen?
They're going to disappear. So Jordan
Absolutely.
Seaton becomes the blindside protector at LSU.
Right. He could recruit at Jackson State because he offered something nobody else at that level did. He offered Deion Sanders and a chance to get on television and a chance to get seen, right? How many Jackson State games were on ESPN? There were several of them. You got a chance at that level to be seen. Well, guess what? Now you're pulling from a pool of players that I can go anywhere and be seen in Division I college football. As long as I'm good, I'm going to have a spot at a place that's going to be seen every week. Colorado offers me nothing.
Not a thing.
The only thing that it offered me a few years ago was Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. And when you had a couple of great blue chip players, that worked out well.
I just want to say how close. I want to see how close you come to this.
Mm-hmm.
This is year 4 at Colorado for Deion Sanders.
Yes.
How many wins does he have in the Big 12 in those 3 years?
In the Big 12, I'll go 9.
That's exactly right. He's 9-18.
Yeah.
Now, you want to hear the saddest part of all of that? 7 of them came in one season.
Mm-hmm.
The other
That's what I was
2
trying
years
to do
in the Big 12.
He got shut out one year, didn't he?
No, he's gone 1-8 twice. He was 7-2 in the middle year. In 3 years at Colorado, he's gone 3-9, 4-8, 9-4. And he had the Heisman Trophy winner the year that he went 9-4.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, this is the easiest thing in the world to figure out. It's just a question of, oh, and by the way, the first year he was in the Pac-12. They moved to the Big 12 his second year.
Okay.
So that's how many conference wins he has across the Pac-12 and the Big 12. It's not going to go well. You know, Colorado's not good.
But I mean, this did exactly what I said it would when he got hired. Colorado got to sell some merch for a couple of years until it blows up in your face. And we're here. They have another 3-win season. I mean, why are we doing this? Yeah, I mean, you have to sit down in that boardroom and explain yourself. Why do we continue to do this?
I would love to hear the budget meeting.
Oh, yeah.
The budget meeting of, hey, we're spending money with Deion, and it's ending the exact same way it did when we didn't spend money. So why are we doing that?
Right. What do we gain out of this? Not a thing. I always thought that this was gonna be the play, right there, or this was gonna be the path. This was how it goes down. They hired Deion. Maybe it's good for a minute, then it's not going to be good, and then it's what you do next. Can you try to sell Colorado to an up-and-coming coach from here? I think the longer that you hold on to Deion, the less likely that becomes.
Oh, yeah, I go ahead and tell you. The next coach will be Carl Durrell. And he may have a different name, but that's going to be the kind of coach that you get. A receivers coach from somewhere else that you go, he wouldn't have gotten a job anywhere else in the P4.
Right. Yeah, it's who you are. We got to take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. We will continue with the discussion when we come back after the break.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
An approaching front will lead to showers and storms today as the high gets close to 83. Another round of rain will move through tonight. Some of it will be heavy at times. Also, there may be some areas of fog forming with a low of 67. A wet and cooler Thursday tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms likely as the high only hits 78 degrees. Rain continues tomorrow night with a low of 64. And another round of showers and storms on Friday as the high temperature eventually reaches the upper 70s. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International. Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and most of all, being known, loved, and protected. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't-miss sale of the month, Black Friday in July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm Tarika Foster Brasby. What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops. And it's WNBA All-Star season. The best players in the world are on the floor. And on our podcast, Levels to This, we've got something to say about every single one of them. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby, and listen now.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, RICH. That's RICH. Enter it now.
Larissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at larissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Tank Spitzer coming to you from the ClarissaSellsWNC.com home studio, back in the Asheville Ingalls studio. The big Ginge, Mr. Jeremy Greene. Did you did we we had a meeting today that lasted much longer than I expected, so we didn't talk about a bunch of stuff.
We did, and I'm not gonna lie, I had food, and I'm at this point. You ever have too big of a lunch, and you just go, I erred, because now all I want to do is crawl on the floor like a cat and just take a nap. That's where I'm at. I'm legally dead.
Jeremy got sucked into the mac and cheese, and it killed him.
I haven't had macaroni and cheese in months, and I'm not going to lie, it was staring at me. And I knew this is a bad idea. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't do it. You will regret it. Not because it's not delicious. It was. But now I'm in a carb coma of, nope, I hadn't been here in a while, and the energy drinks aren't doing anything. I'm going to make a pot of coffee here in a minute. That's how bad off I am.
Oh, wow. The top 100, how's that going?
It will be ready for tomorrow. I should have started with the bottom. Instead, I started with the top. And so unless we go 1 to 100, we're going to have to do that tomorrow and Friday.
Oh, I see what you did. Fair enough.
We also didn't have internet in our Airbnb last night.
That's a weird thing, but
I mean, we had it. It worked on my
Typically,
television.
those come with them.
But
Were you
we
staying
couldn't
in a
connect
box?
a computer.
Were you in a railroad car somewhere? Was that?
No, we were in a place that we've stayed before. We just walked in and the television didn't work. We couldn't connect computers, so we just kind of looked around and went, "Okay, guess we're gonna go to bed early because it's like Little House on the Prairie."
It does feel like that. It's amazing how we got so used to all of this technology at our fingertips with 7 computers and cell phones and everything connected to the internet, and now you can't live without it. You get 5 seconds alone and you're like, what? Did the hurricane happen again? Why are we in the dark? This makes no sense. All right. We will, of course, dive into that as soon as that is all completed. Did you see that the greatest or next greatest uniform matchup is going to come up later in the season? December the 6th, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're wearing the 76 uniforms again, the old creamsicles, and we're going up against the Chargers.
That is
so I'm hoping that the Chargers are going to bring their old schools. Well, we did. Remember last year we had the Seahawks and the Bucks, and they wore the 80s uniforms, and we wore this. Oh, this year, number 2 on the list. Number 2 on the list. If the Chargers bring the right uniforms, and I need the old helmets with the numbers on the side, and we could have the potential of the second greatest uniform matchup of all time.
It's a good one. I will give you that. It's a very good one.
Yep. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're planning for a new stadium, and they released some renderings today. And this thing looks phenomenal, as you would imagine a $3 billion stadium would these days. But 2031 is when they're expected to be done with this thing. And it looks fantastic. It's going to be domed. So are we going to turn the air conditioning up? Because the cold was one of the big parts of playing in Arrowhead in January. Was it not?
It was. It was also that it was just insanely loud. I mean, Arrowhead's one of the loudest stadiums I've ever seen. You're not going to do that I mean, it'll still be good. I don't know. Arrowhead's one of those, to me, just renovate it. Like, I get that you want to have a Super Bowl. You don't have the infrastructure for a Super Bowl. So, I mean, yes, you'll get one and we'll all be miserable. It'll be Jacksonville. It'll be Santa Clara. And by the way, this is my call to the NFL. Stop giving every new stadium a Super Bowl. I get it. You're not giving one to Buffalo because they didn't put a dome and it snows 7 feet there. So we're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Kansas City in a dome, Chicago in Indiana, look, Soldier Field's a pit. That stadium, it needs to be different. Arrowhead, I never felt that way about.
What would you rather have? I mean, would you rather have the old hat just refurbished over and over and over again? I'm kind of torn because I'm a Boston Red Sox fan, and that stadium's been there since 1912, and that's all they keep doing is just adding new stuff and trying to maximize the ability. Does Arrowhead have that same kind of charm?
It's not like,
because I feel like now Fenway Park is just a national landmark. You can't even if something happened that they were like, you know what, we're going to move across the Charles River. We found us a new site. We're going to build a whole new stadium. I still feel like you couldn't tear down Fenway Park. That's like I said, a national landmark. Now, I don't think Arrowhead falls into that category. I get that people love it, but imagine how good this stadium's going to be when it's loud. Arrowhead's already the loudest place in the NFL. Add a roof on top of it, And now you're talking about, okay, we can mitigate some of that cold with a little extra noise.
Well, my question with Arrowhead, I'm going to take your baseball reference of where you were talking about Fenway. Is the new Yankee Stadium ever going to be as good as the old one?
Probably not.
That's kind of the point.
I don't know. I've never been there, so.
I went to the old one.
I'm
have not
sure
been to the new one.
I was gonna say, I'm sure. I'm sure it has its positives and its negatives. You know, the pipes don't break as much, or I don't know. I don't know what the big problems were with the old Yankee Stadium, other than it was just old.
It was old. That was the biggest problem. But it had.
And
the
in
mystique.
New York, you got to do new stuff. Keep up with the times. In the NFL, it's get a Super Bowl, because you're almost guaranteed. If you build a new stadium, you will get a Super Bowl. And to me, that's part of the way for the NFL to maintain its cool factor, is to say, look how much money we're making. Yes, we'll reward you. Upgrade your facilities. Bring us more revenue. Here, we'll give you a Super Bowl if you'll renovate your stadium, or if you'll completely build a new one. Although there are some buildings worth saving.
Which ones are those for you?
In
the NFL, what stadiums are worth just, it's going to be that one until we die?
I don't know. I mean, it would be hard to see any of these teams, because, I mean, what are the real old ones? Lambeau's the one.
Lambeau's not going anywhere.
You'll never move it. Yeah, they'll never do anything to that. Lambeau, I'll put it on the level of Fenway Park.
I would too.
That is an institution. That is an American institution.
Soldier Field, because I'm sure somebody's going to say that one. That place is a pit. Seen me do it. It's a pit. I don't think there is I can't think of another one in the NFL. I would say Arrowhead would probably be my 3. That's about it. I mean, every other team. Now, there are some that I want to see done way more than others. Washington, I'm really looking forward to you getting something done up there, because FedEx Field is brutal. Miami, Hard Rock, why do we do things there? I will be honest with you, Miami Stadium, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Jets fan, I'm a Florida State fan, so I am just earmarked to hate that place. That is the biggest dumpster fire stadium in all of sports. I enjoy going to football games at Duke more than I enjoy Hard Rock Stadium. And yet somehow we keep doing things there that just don't make any sense to me. There are 7 better stadiums in the state of Florida than Hard Rock.
I would agree that Lambeau Field is the only one. The Bears have already decided we're moving on. Arrowhead's next in line as far as the chronology goes. Arrowhead opened in 1972. Next on the list, the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
Yeah, I've been there too. That's one. Yeah. Wait. If New Orleans clears a new stadium, I'm all the way in. Because that one is. I mean, you and I did a Super Bowl there. And I can tell you, underneath that stadium is yikes.
That one needs to be fixed. The Buffalo Bills Stadium's already been redone. Jacksonville's getting a new one. Is it this year that they're working on it?
They're renovating theirs.
Right, but they're like having to shift schedules around next year, I think it is.
Yes.
To be able to do that is part of the reason that the Georgia-Florida game is moving up to Atlanta, I think. The Panthers are renovating.
Since we're on a Panther
Washington's
station,
getting a new. I mean, everybody's in on new stadiums. At some point soon, it's going to be Lambeau Field, and then the next newest state or the next oldest stadium is going to be M&T Bank Park.
It'll be Bank of America, the second oldest stadium in the league, Bank of America, which was built in 1995.
Right. Newer is better in most cases. Very rarely do you have heritage spots. Maybe it's time. I'd love to know what the public opinion is on this from actual Kansas City fans. Does the polling back the new stadium?
I would be interested to know that. I really would, especially with where it's moving to.
Mm-hmm.
Is the stadium cool enough that fans are okay with it?
Mm-hmm. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy. I'll see if I can find that answer for you. Plus, when we get back, it'll be time to get just a bit outside. Don't forget to throw us a follow on the socials at the Sportsocracy. Follow us everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and the YouTube. We'll be right back.
Hit the gas on your summer with bonus bucks. Imagine $1,000 and free gas in your tank.
Yeah, it's going to take every penny to fill up my RV.
The winning happens every weekday.
Summertime is here, and it's time to turn your backyard into the ultimate playground. And outdoor living and more at the Tanger Outlets can help you do it. Hot tubs and spas, grills and smokers, patio furniture, and all the accessories to go along with it. Outdoor living and more at the Tanger Outlets. Check them out online at outdoorliving.fun.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you reach the audience you need to grow your business at the speed of sound at iHeartAdvertising.com.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by this station.
Hi, robot thing. Rotten, soggy egg salad sandwich in lunchbox. Clean?
Just use Clorox disinfecting wipes.
Glitter slime paper mache explosion? Clean?
Also, Clorox disinfecting wipes.
Son.
Yes.
Snot rocketed.
Yes.
All over
yes.
the kitchen counter.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Kills 99.9% of germs without smelling like it. Clorox. Clean feels good. Used as directed.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com.
Ever since they started clearing yards after Helene, the Chainsaw Brothers stay committed to helping rebuild Western North Carolina.
Whether you have a dead tree dangling somewhere dangerous or you need to clear years of overgrowth, tree trimming, or tree removal, we can get the job done.
It's fully insured and licensed work from local professionals you can trust.
Residential or commercial jobs, we got the tools and the crew.
Call the Chainsaw Brothers today at 316-1013. That's 316-1013.
Follow us on Facebook to see how we treat our family. And check us out at chainsawbrother.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
At Ingles, we're all in for summer. We have everything you need for the perfect picnic, the greatest grill out, and the best beach vacation. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is, well, it's time to get just a bit outside, and I just realized I played the wrong thing. But that happens sometimes. Welcome back into the show. Jeremy, you with me here?
I am.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Just want to make sure we're still connected on the old box here. I'm coming to you from the ClarissaSellsWNC.com home studio. He's back in Asheville at the Ingles studio. And I did find this poll that says it was about 40, 30, and then some others and other options. So like 40% of the respondents were happy about the Chiefs making the move to Kansas. There's another 30% that were just completely unhappy with it. And then you had like kind of happy, I'll miss Arrowhead. There were other options to choose. But, I mean, that shows a pretty solid divide. And I'll guarantee if you broke down the demographics on that thing, it's the older heads are like, no, we don't want them moving. The younger crowd's like, yes, anything but this old crap. Like, maybe love the atmosphere, but I'm tired of these concrete walls. Like, I'm going to need something else. Once you give me some more giant video boards, and hey, how about a see-through roof? How about that? That'll be great. Because I do imagine that as time goes on, you're going to get fewer and fewer people who are willing to just get blindingly drunk and stand outside in negative 12 degrees. Is that what that playoff game was a few years back?
It was.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that was I believe that was the wind chill, not the actual temperature.
Well, I don't care. I mean, they could have intentionally wanted to set that for some reason to set a record, and still it's wrong. No one should have to be put through that kind of misery for anything. So you put a dome on that thing, and we can keep it a balmy 50 when it's negative 12 outside. I don't expect it to be fully heated. Just make it not so bone-chillingly cold. That place is going to be so loud, it's going to be insane. Anyhow, time to get just a bit outside. And Jeremy, did you see the numbers from the TV ratings for the World Cup?
I did not.
The final match. I want to play the guessing game. Can you guess what the number for the English language broadcast on Fox, what the average number was for the championship between Spain and Argentina?
Are you asking me the average or the peak?
I'm asking you the average because I'm going to get you to guess the peak as well.
$40 million?
You are right on it. You were right on it. It was 38.9.
Which is nanners.
It's crazy. Now, guess the peak.
You said the average was 38 what?
38.9. So it was right at 39 million.
Usually peak is about 140%. So I'll say 53 million.
You're just a little over. It was 51.6, but good math.
I'm actually shocked that it was that low. The average didn't surprise me at all. When you said the average, I kind of started to wonder, especially because there wasn't – the peak would have been very late, and so I surged it a little bit. Probably shouldn't have, but that's still an incredibly solid number.
I'm stunned. I thought it'd be nowhere close to this. I didn't think you could find nearly 40 million people in this country that cared what Spain and Argentina did on the pitch. Just didn't think it existed. So good for you.
So, and you said that was the English broadcast?
Yes.
I'd really like to know what the Spanish language broadcast did.
Well, it's funny you asked. Would you like to guess at the number? Because I will tell you, it was the highest rated Spanish language sporting broadcast in U.S. history.
30?
Too high. 22.6.
Wow. I'm actually shocked. As that
Total
low.
audience, 60 million.
That's a lot.
It was more than 60 million.
That's a lot. I mean, in this country, that's crazy.
Still 140 off the Super Bowl, but good job. You, like I said, you knocked it out of the park because I did not think that was going to happen. When we had, what was it? Was it like 30 million that tuned in for the U.S.-Belgium match? I thought you was going to get about half that.
No.
Once the U.S. is out, who cares?
The last final, the last final even beat that, and we go up every single time we do this. And I knew the momentum around this one was significantly better than it had been in the past.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
My story is it's a twin bill about the same person. Did you happen to see J.J. Watt was on the Pat McAfee show? That was yesterday.
Yep, sure did.
Did you hear the first thing he said when he showed up?
Yep, sure did.
Slow news day over there at ESPN, huh? I mean, besides the fact you're getting $100 million, did they keep anybody, or is everybody fired to pay you? I'm just trying to figure that out. I have to say this as a guy that's on an ESPN station. Yeah, Pat deserves every dime, every single dime. And I also have news for you. Nobody that got fired yesterday was because of Pat McAfee. Not one. Because Pat makes significantly more money for ESPN than he costs. You could tell me Pat McAfee's next deal for ESPN was $250 million, and I'd go, yep, makes all the sense in the world. You saved College Game Day. You brought in the WWE. Your simulcasts are great. You have the highest rated show in the world. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Our move from 3 to 7, one of the number one things I love about it, man, I'm glad I don't have to compete with that guy anymore. I am really glad that people that like Pat McAfee do not have to decide between us and him. Now you and Rich Eisen, that's more of a that fight it makes more sense. You're both fighting in the same weight class because. But that part of the story leads to this part of the story because I'm going to venture a guess you didn't see the second part. Pat has found a new way to channel his creativity.
Mm-hmm.
He's breaking into a new industry. Tank, would you care to take a stab at what industry that is?
There's no telling. Let me guess. He's releasing a rap album.
The Diary of a Polarizing Figure.
Are you serious?
Yep. He teamed up with Ernest and 20 other artists. He said, I've been writing songs, or wait a minute, I jumped the gun there. He said, for as long as I can remember, my mere existence has made people hate my guts, literally since elementary school. Teachers, administrators, other parents, you name it. I didn't understand it as a child, but throughout my life, I've come to realize this is just how it's going to be. I've been writing songs about it all for 20 years. It's time to let them out. There's a lot of headlines and narratives about me. If I was to die, I'd like my kids to know exactly who and what their dad is. The Diary of a Polarizing Figure, with incredible assistance from Ernest and many other insanely talented musicians in Nashville. My words have come to life. I'm very proud of what we've put together. I haven't bought a CD in... this is one of those times that, like, I've always thought I really wish there was a line that you could get to God to go, hey, could you answer this question for me? Because I actually don't know. What was the last album I bought? Because I want to say, I think it was a Hootie and the Blowfish album. I think that was the last one I bought.
Stop.
I had an MP3 player. I didn't need an album. I didn't need a CD.
Okay. Still think that's a little much.
Well, I mean, you also got to remember I grew up in the
He didn't
LimeWire
put
age.
anything out. He didn't put anything out worth having after 1996. So
You just say things sometimes to piss me off, don't you? Like, that's
I
your
would
objective.
love for you to please name it. Please tell me what it was. Because until he went country, like, what was that, 10 years ago?
Well, that was just Darius
15
Rucker.
years
That
ago,
wasn't Hootie and the Blowfish.
Exactly. What was it?
Well, I mean, the self-named album was 2003. And it wasn't bad.
The what?
They had an album that was actually called Hootie and the Blowfish. That was in 2003.
Ah, okay. Yeah, they lost me after Fairweather Johnson.
That was a good one.
I'm out. All right, maybe. I'll
I
give
burned
you.
a lot of CDs, though.
Oh, of course you did. I mean, we all did.
Another question I'd love to ask God: how many women have CDs with my handwriting on it that says "just for you" or something of the like?
Right. I'd be more willing to bet that it was a Limp Bizkit album.
Nope.
Was the last one.
Nope. I promise you it wasn't Limp Bizkit.
No. You weren't a Limp Bizkit?
You'd have a better shot of it being Linkin Park. Oh.
Okay. I mean, at least I know that one was in the 2000s.
Yeah, Linkin, and I guarantee you it wasn't Linkin Park either. That was one band. Oh, why do you like this? That is noise, and that's being nice. Because I actually want to call it significantly worse than that.
Mm-hmm. It was the 5th Creed album, wasn't it?
I do own every album Creed ever put out. We had to bail out of Greenville very early this morning. Poor May got to listen to Creed all the way back to Asheville.
Oh, no. I've been there, girl. I feel you.
She has a video of me listening to, I think it was Weathered. I'm singing every word of the song, and I am screaming at the car in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Tao said, I don't know why I subscribe to this show. I'm going to assume he's a Linkin Park guy. I just didn't like, I never got it. There are some groups that they just weren't my flavor. Tank said one of them. Limp Bizkit? No.
Limp Bizkit.
Pass.
Makes no sense.
Break stuff, end of message. Fred Durst could have been abducted by space aliens the second Break Stuff came out.
Wait, was there anything else other than that?
No.
Did they do
No, I mean, they
too?
did other stuff. It was just awful.
Yeah.
Nickelback. Yeah, pass. Nickelback's just Creed if Creed sucked. That's all Nickelback is. Somewhere Josh Michael's head, just like blood came out of his ears.
Who wants to tell him? Because
Stop.
Oh, okay. Now we know he's lying to himself.
Stop.
They're the same band.
No,
One's
they're
from
not.
Canada, the other's not. It is Canadian Creed. It's wow.
Stop.
Whew. All right. It's that time. We're going to have to take a break here. In the Sportsocracy, we'll let Jeremy kind of collect his thoughts there. When we come back, we will we'll talk about the NFC West. We still have them left, right?
Yes. We've had them left for like 11 days.
Well, I mean, we keep saying we're going to do 2-a-days, and then we only get to 1-a-days. So now the 1-a-days have to come to an end to 2 days. So the NFC West, players to watch. Who's the most important for the 2026 NFL season? We will talk about that coming up next here on ESPN Asheville.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sports.
Nope, that's not what I was supposed to do. That one.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
An approaching front will lead to showers and storms today as the high gets close to 83. Another round of rain will move through tonight. Some of it will be heavy at times. Also, there may be some areas of fog forming with a low of 67. A wet and cooler Thursday tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms likely as the high only hits 78 degrees. Rain continues tomorrow night with a low of 64. And another round of showers and storms on Friday as the high temperature eventually reaches the upper 70s. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The American Experiment. 250 years. One dream, one opportunity to soar at a time. 1776 was a long time ago. America and the world. It's a very different place. But the things we cherish, family, friendship, remain the same. Happy birthday, USA. Ingalls, American-owned since 1963.
Ever since they started clearing yards after Helene, the Chainsaw Brothers stay committed to helping rebuild Western North Carolina.
Whether you have a dead tree dangling somewhere dangerous, or you need to clear years of overgrowth, tree trimming, or tree removal, we can get the job done.
It's fully insured and licensed work from local professionals you can trust.
Residential or commercial jobs, we got the tools and the crew.
Call the Chainsaw Brothers today at 316-1013. That's 316-1013.
Follow us on Facebook to see how we treat our family. And check us out at chainsawbrother.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Joining us is Taylor Twellman right now. Is it fair that they've got to take on Bosnia and Herzegovina? Come on now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's 2 countries. 2. It's ridiculous.
2 countries. You know, like Bosnia is not enough. Got to throw in another one.
Right.
All right. Forget about geopolitics. All right. That's our version. We took a geography break instead of a hydration break.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Now, weekdays at noon. Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a stick-on bandage. So the sooner you seek treatment, the better. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support. That's samhsa.gov/support.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. In the heart of Beer City, USA, two men, one journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit. Let's go! Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings.
Back in the Sportsocracy, this is ESPN Asheville. I'm Tank Spencer, coming to you from the Clarissa Sells WNC.com home studio. He's back in the Ingles studio in Asheville today. The one, the only, Mr. Jeremy Greene. Follow him at the NFL Draft Nerd on all the socials. You can follow us everywhere at the Sportsocracy. Hear us everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And watch us on the YouTubes. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. Steven's not happy with us. You were bashing Lincoln Park. He hates me because, he says I claim to be a wrestling fan, but I didn't watch anything after 1998. Which is not true. I really didn't watch anything after 2001 because that was when Triple H killed wrestling. Although my wife loves documentaries so much that she makes me watch that Unreal show that's like the behind the scenes of what's been happening in the WWE. I guess if she'll watch Quarterback with me, I got to sit through the WWE series.
It's pretty good. I like it quite a bit. I will say the biggest swerve yesterday of SoCon Media Days was when Melissa Level broke out, the marketing director of Ingles, broke out her Dusty Rhodes impression. That was I did not see that coming.
Was it?
It was pretty solid.
Attempt?
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Okay.
The American dream doth erode. Hard time, daddy. Son of a plumber.
I love it. Nothing beats that old time wrestling to me. And not old time wrestling. Like I don't go way back in the day. The 90s was where it was at. Early 2000s, everything after the merger, it just started going downhill.
By the way, I did try. I tried Hawk last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And?
I took a shot for every time I laughed. I have never been that sober in my entire life.
I tried to tell you. It's not good. It was, I could see a time in my life where if I was still 19, maybe I would think that was funny. Again, they're decent slapstick parts. Other than that, the jokes are that same damn jokes that Will Ferrell was making on SNL back in 1996, back when wrestling was good. Steven also doesn't like you, obviously, for your bad movie and music and food takes. So
look,
there's that. Well, look, we all have our downfalls. It's the fact that we can all come here together under one banner called the Sportsocracy banner, and we can just talk about sports and argue with each other and have a good old time. Because we don't have to all like the same things.
I think the worst thing you said was that Nickelback is Canadian Creed, because that's not true. Because for Nickelback to be Canadian Creed, they would have to be a Canadian version of the best band of all time. And we all know that Canadian Creed would then have to be the Crash Test Dummies.
I'm not even sure Crash Test Dummies would be on the top 10 of greatest Canadian bands of all time.
Well, I mean, there's only 12 bands on the list, so I guarantee you they're in the top 10.
I don't know about that.
That list goes, I guess Rush counts. So Rush,
100%
Bryan Adams,
they do. That's one.
Did Wayne Gretzky ever have a band? Because I'm running out.
Oh, I got to do it. I got to look. I just got to know. I got to know what, like, okay, here we go. Here's a Rolling Stone list. This should tell me something good.
It should tell you everything you need to know.
They went to 50. They did too much. You went way too far.
It should,
and I'd give you $1 billion right now if you guessed who number 50 on the top 50 Canadian artists of all time is.
I cannot answer that question because I don't know 50.
It's a rap group. I can tell you that.
A rap group from Canada.
And no, it's not Drake.
You're never going to get it. It shouldn't be great. I can tell you this much. I Googled. Oh,
it's not going to be. It's one that we mercilessly made fun of back in 1993 or whatever.
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to give you the title of the song, and you tell me if you tell me when you know the band. Informer. He has no clue. But they didn't have a Canadian accent.
Wait. Informer. Informer was the boom boom pow guy. Boom boom down, boom boom wow, whatever it was.
Yeah. Snow. They're
that
50.
Guy was Canadian. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I googled best Canadian bands of all time. The second band on the list was the Tragically Hip, and I don't know what that is. And it was underneath a title that said The Heavyweights, iconic Canadian bands, and I know 3 of them.
On the Rolling Stone list, 1 is Joni Mitchell, 2 is Neil Young, which I didn't even know he was from Canada. 3 was Rush, 4 Leonard Cohen, 5 is Drake.
I feel like Shania Twain's got to be coming up here at some point.
Shania Twain is 7.
Alanis Morissette.
The Weeknd is 8. Alanis Morissette 9. Number 10, Celine Dion.
How is Celine Dion 10 on that list? I forgot she was Canadian.
Yes. But, we get confused because, she can speak French. And it's like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, they do that in Canada. Forgot about that. Now I just got to know. Bieber's at 17. I'm kind of surprised that he's that low on that list. Still ain't got the Nickelback yet. Avril Lavigne, 22.
Let me know when
Sarah McLachlan.
Let me know when you get to the Bare Naked Ladies. I know they're in
there.
They're
1 for me.
Oh God! And they say say I have terrible music takes.
I love it. The Creed or the Nickelback hate is real. It is real. I'm at 40 and they ain't even been listed yet, so that's interesting.
Let's go.
Interesting. Anyhow, all right, whatever. Let's get back into the sports here, as if we ever sports on this program. It is the Sportsocracy, and football season has arrived. The NFC West We'll put the exclamation point here, or maybe just a semicolon if we only get to 2 teams here over the next hour, to do the NFC West, the most important players to each team for the 2026 NFL season. In the NFC West, we'll start at the bottom at Arizona. The key to this season for them is what?
Getting to the end.
What do we most need to do? That's it? Just lose, baby, lose? Is that what we're saying?
I just restarted watching Yellowstone. I did Marshall's and all, so I restarted watching Yellowstone. Do you remember when that show starts and John Dutton's truck crashes and the horse is laying in the field and he takes his gun out and shoots it? I feel like we're at the point where the gun just came out of the holster, and that's the best thing that could happen for Arizona is, can we just put this season down? We really don't want the pain that's going to follow.
Okay.
I don't think in my entire life I've ever seen a fan base where every single person I know that roots for a team is praying they go 0-17. I haven't seen what it is shocking at this point. There are people that are arguing with me that the Miami Dolphins are going to go to the playoffs. I haven't found a single one of those with the Cardinals. Not one stray guy that's like out of his mind. It's all no.
No, they don't have any reason to believe.
Please, God, let this end.
No one with the Cardinals can really remember a time other than that once when they won anything. So, they can be more level-headed about where they're at.
I mean, the most
people
important
down
player,
in Miami.
The most important player on this team is Jeremiah Love, and I don't know that it's even close.
Okay,
I would love to hear you make the argument for somebody else because you don't look like you agree with me.
I don't think there's really anybody important here. I want them to actually take Trey McBride and Jeremiah Love and Marvin Harrison Jr. and just wrap them in bubble wrap, and let's just wait till see what happens down the road.
And we just have a year of Xavier Weaver and Simi Fehoko.
Whatever. Because it doesn't matter, because you're such a terrible organization right now as far as you sit that you're arguing with Jacoby Brissett over how much money he needs to make. And to me, the moment he came in and said, I need more money, I would have told him to go home. Just no. You can play for what you're making now or not. You don't have any power here, son, because there's nothing here for you. Like, you're not making this team any better.
I feel
will happily ride with Gardner Minshew.
I feel like Arizona and Jacoby Brissett have been they've been headed for a breakup, but at this point, like it's been said, I don't think we should see each other anymore. And Jacoby Brissett's going, I think we should. You sure? You sure about that? You gonna miss me? You gonna miss me?
Start Carson Beck for 17 games. Just do us all a favor. This team will be bad, and it won't take you long. It won't take you 5 weeks to figure out Carson Beck ain't your future. I know I don't think anybody really has hope for that. I mean, I guess you always have hope for that, but I don't think anybody is actually predicting that Carson Beck's the future of this team. No.
Red Feather Workshop.
He's going to get you to the next guy who is.
Red Feather Workshop in the YouTube chat had one that I do somewhat agree with. Walter Nolan.
Okay.
Needs to be the anchor for the defensive line for the next decade. Yeah. If you want to go a defensive one, I would agree with Walter Nolan. But I think Jeremiah Love coming off being the second pick in the draft, I need to see Jeremiah Love be a bell cow. I do not need to see him be what Ashton Genty was last year. And I don't think that he will. Jeremiah Love is about as can't miss as running back gets. I hate that term, but it's the truth. Well, if you were going to make a case for somebody else, Walter Nolan would make plenty of sense. because Walter Nolan is really, really important, and coming off a injury-riddled first year in the league, it would be great to see him have a healthy year and be what he was in small doses for an entire season. I can't specifically remember how many games Walter Nolan even played. I think it was 7, somewhere in there. I know it wasn't many. I'm watching Tank just bounce back and forth on the screen. That does not give me great hope that he can hear me.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I could not hear you, but I got it reset.
Okay, there we go. I was like, I could tell because you weren't reacting to anything I was saying, so I was trying to delay it, but then your face moved, and I went,
No, we're back. We're good. All is well. All is well. Did you miss me while I was gone? I missed you.
I swear to you, I'm going to install new internet in your house. I don't care if it involves a hamster that I have to feed steroids to.
Give him whatever you need to. HGH.
I will give him a steady diet of what Robbie Williams consumes on a daily basis, and testosterone to make sure that little fella can keep the internet a rolling.
Yeah. That thing's working.
That and whatever Rob Pelinka was smoking when he said we need a significant offer for Bronny James.
Oh, stop!
I meant to say this earlier. I saw it earlier, and it made me laugh. Of what is a significant offer for Bronny James?
A Happy Meal.
No.
Yes.
The toy is the toy that 2K wouldn't even allow you to do that. Happy Meal without the toy, maybe. Half-eaten bag of Funyuns from a Fish concert, and I think you're still overpaying, but at least the simulator would allow it to happen.
Oh, I'm just rooting for this thing to be over. I was reading the comments from Rich Paul yesterday, who was saying that he'll not be pressured into making a decision. You need to pressure him.
100%.
This has already gone too long.
Yeah, 100%.
No one cares anymore.
We stopped caring 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely. Like, there was a race for a couple of days where you got us, kind of interested with throwing out the Timberwolves and the Nuggets and the Warriors and the 76ers and where is he going to go? Now it's dragged on to the point where I don't care. Have him retire right now, because that's how much I care. Either pick the Philadelphia 76ers or get out.
The last will they, won't they that carried on this long was Joey and Dawson from Dawson's Creek. And by the end of the third season, I knew it was coming, and I didn't care.
Oh, Joey.
She didn't want to wait for our lives to be over. She wants to know right now, what can it be?
It's true. It's true. She wouldn't have had to waited long if any of us were around.
100%. She wouldn't even had to knock. The door's just open, honey.
It's a sportsocracy.
Nothing between us but air and opportunity.
Right.
There goes there.
Arizona Cardinals, mixed feelings about who's the most important, but the most important thing I think we can all agree on, just lose, baby. Just lose. Your brighter days are definitely ahead of you, because there are none in your near future.
And get Carson back out there as quickly as possible, just to confirm to yourself, no, we don't actually have a franchise quarterback.
Exactly. We'll be right back here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Flood watch is starting to pop around us with some heavy downpours expected for tomorrow. There's a front pulling in from the north, increased storm coverage for Thursday, and some places could see over an inch of rain. Some models showing some 1.5 inch rains for Thursday. This is some of the tropical moisture left over from Tropical Storm Bertha from the Gulf. 70 degrees our low for tonight with early evening storms drifting east-southeast. Heavier weather Thursday with rains in 76. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Summer should be fun, not expensive. That's why, for a limited time, Wendy's is serving up small classic Frosty treats for just $1. Celebrate $1 Frosty Summer with a hot deal on a cool treat. Get it while it's hot. Or, cold. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
In case you need to call an audible. Your time saver traffic on ESPN Asheville.
Traffic is slow 240 westbound between Charlotte Street and Montford Avenue, 240 eastbound delays between exit 3 and exit 4A. Future 26 eastbound very busy between New Stock Road and Elk Mountain Road. In North Asheville, Weaverville Road also busy. 26 east and westbound slow between I-40 and Bavard Road. 40 westbound between Harmondin Road and the North Carolina-Tennessee state line is slow. I'm Lee Minfield with your time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
The Sportsocracy.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene, the players to watch in the 2026 NFL season.
I don't even want to talk about that at this. I mean, we're going to, but NFL Draft Yoda said something in the chat that I'm stuck on. We did that entire top 50 list of greatest Canadian musical acts of all time. How was Robin Sparkles not in the top 10? Let's Go to the Mall. Banger. Sandcastles in the Sand. Nailed it. They played that at my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Tank has zero idea what I'm talking about right now.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just waiting for you to get to your favorite song.
What, the one about two being better than one?
Yeah.
It's twice the fun. Ask anyone. The special guest cameo by Alan Thicke.
Yes. And that is where the legend began. Players to watch in the 2026 NFL season.
I actually just saw that Red Feather Workshop was the one that started that by saying, speaking of sitcoms and Canadian songs, Robin Sparkles, Let's Go to the Mall, which is what every Cardinals fan will be doing instead of watching the games this season.
Mm-hmm. And that's bad because Malls are not the happiest places on earth right now.
But yeah.
You been to one lately?
I actually have. Not that long ago either. I broke a belt, and I had to stop at a mall. It was not the Asheville Mall, but if you know where I spend the vast majority of my time, it would not take you that long to figure out where it was because it was in the other city I'm in quite often.
Right.
Good Lord have mercy. There should have been a psychiatrist at the front door. Like, what do you, honestly, I think Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator, his next job should be standing at the door of a mall. Just ask people, so what are you doing here? what are you doing?
Oh man, the internet killed it. They killed it. There's not a lot going on there. I mean, malls everywhere. It's almost like they're renting a day by day.
Yeah.
They're not doing month to month anymore. They're just going day by day.
They're going by the hour. They're like a cheap motel off the interstate. They're renting pop shops and Etsy stores at this point.
Oh my goodness. Anyhow,
I actually did see I was on social media the other day and some store said we've opened a new location at some mall that I've never heard of. And I literally commented, why? But for why did you did your internet break?
The San Francisco 4th and Niners. They're next up on our players to watch for the 2026 NFL season. Who's going to be the most important to the success of San Francisco this year?
Mike Evans. And I'm not sure it's vaguely close.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate to tell you this, I'm looking at the rest of your receiver room going, I mean, maybe you believe in Ricky Pearsall in a way that I don't, but if you do, I'm going to need you to explain to me why.
I mean, I would say sometimes the way you talk about Ricky Pearsall is like he doesn't belong in this league.
No, he would be a great fifth receiver for most teams.
Oh, come on. Is he not better than that?
Ricky Pearsall's played 20 games. He has 67 catches for 928 yards, and the last time he scored a touchdown, there are children that can speak that were not on this earth when it happened. So, Ricky Pearsall is one player that gets talked about more often than any player should that is that irrelevant.
It's kind of it's hard not to talk about him when he's with a team that gets so much attention like the San Francisco 49ers. And he almost has to be the guy when you talk about who's most important.
Well, that or DeJon Stribling is actually what San Francisco thinks because they did take him with the first pick in the second round. I don't know why you did that, but you did.
No. But, I mean, Mike Evans, we know what he is.
Do we?
I believe so.
At 33 years old, we know what he is? Because he'll be 33 in a month.
Yeah. He as long as he's on the field, he'll be the same guy he's always been. I mean,
he won't be the same guy he's always been. I actually, as a matter of fact, I'll fight you on that one to the death. I can't tell you what he will be. I can tell you exactly what he won't be. The same guy he's been for the last, 12 years? He will not be that guy. The question is he actually a one at this point? I think he will be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also, this is a great time to say, if he needs a second job, kind of like I was saying with Chris Hansen, he could fill in as a Justin Harvey, owner of DC Streams, doppelganger, because they look exactly alike. Every time I see Justin, I'm like, holy God, you look like Mike Evans.
I mean, Mike is going to continue to be a threat as long as he's on the field. It's the rest of that wide receiver room that I don't know what it's going to be. Ricky Pearsall has to be important to this team's success because he's the number 2 wide receiver.
And the 3 is Christian Kirk.
Woo! which ain't a whole lot better. And then DeJon Stribling and Demarcus Robinson. This is the crew that Brock Purdy is going to have to try to get something out of.
By the way, if the career trajectory of Christian Kirk continues any further, somehow he will have negative yards next year. You remember when he was the highest paid receiver in the NFL for a minute? That was a fun day, wasn't it? 'Cause I think I remember. What are you doing? What did you see there? And since then, I think he has about 1,100 total yards, and that was 4 years ago.
Can you keep the elderly statesman healthy is the most important thing. Can Christian McCaffrey stay healthy? Can Mike Evans stay healthy? Can George Kittle stay healthy? I'll throw Trent Williams in there as well. Hell, he's 38 years old. You have to have all of those things be true for this team to have any shot to compete in this division, much less in the playoffs, because you're in a division with two teams that, well, either of them kind of deserved to go to a Super Bowl last year. And guess what? They're going to be right there in the chase again. I feel like all 49ers fans are lying to themselves, telling them that they're in that class. You need everything to go perfect, even just to try to be competitive with those two teams.
We did get our first Brock Purdy apologist on social media overnight.
Oh, did we?
Yep. Yeah, you're talking about elite quarterbacks. Why did Brock Purdy's name not come up? The same reason Tank Spencer's didn't, because he did not apply. Not applicable.
Nope. Not even close to being applicable. I was perusing one article yesterday that was, I can't remember where it was from. I want to say it was like Sports Illustrated or something. They had a writer that did 14 teams that could win the Super Bowl this year. First off, that's way too many teams.
You said a number that's way too big. Because if you're going to 14, you might as well have just said there are 32 teams that could win the Super Bowl. Because technically there are 32 teams competing for it. But if you think there are 14 that have a snowball's chance in Atlanta of actually doing it, then you are incorrect. And San Francisco
can't be as bad as it was last year. And to make the really improved, they need to go get Joey to play with Nick. That was the solution, that this team could win a Super Bowl. And I feel like they missed about 13 steps.
So you cut in and out there. So let me just make sure I understood what you just said. It's time to restart your computer. You have notifications that Microsoft would love you to know about. So the solution for San Francisco to become a Super Bowl contender again is to sign a player who hasn't had more than 7 sacks since COVID was still something we were like testing for on a daily basis, because it was 2021 the last time he did that. Since that year, he combined has 19 sacks. 1 year was 6.5. Never more than 5 in another year other than that. San Francisco's just a funny case to me. They're a team that overpaid a quarterback. I think it's abundantly obvious. I think it's been abundantly obvious since the minute they did it, and it's only going to get worse as time goes on. Then you look at a defense where you've got a GM that has not drafted well. The depth is shot. There is just really not a lot to get excited about. Am I telling you San Francisco's going to go 5-12? No. I think that day's coming. I don't think it's in 2026. The schedule's too easy. You play the Cardinals twice. You play the Falcons. You play the Raiders. You play the Vikings. You play the Giants. There's too many games that are too easy for San Francisco to win. But I just don't think – I don't think unless you get Mike Evans, as Tank said, being the receiver that he once was in Tampa Bay and has been in the last few years, minus the injury-riddled 2025, there's just not a lot for me to feel good about. Christian McCaffrey can continue to be a 2,000-yard-per-year guy. That's not going to win you many games. I've seen it. If Brock Purdy can't connect with receivers, none of the rest of it really matters.
I concur.
Nailed it. Bang up analysis. Let's go.
Sorry, I only heard just like the last 3 words you just said.
I believe that because your face locked in on it. It looked like you were trying to divide 7,464 by 414.
3 buttons to hit, and when they keep not working, there ain't nothing you can do. Just keep hitting the button until it works.
Have no fear.
Goodness. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on the YouTube. Follow us on all the socials at the Sportsocracy. Whole boatload of content coming out in the next few days. Is I overhear correctly?
We do. I think Megan and Christiana have our content schedule filled out for like 2 weeks. And that's without any of the places we're physically going to be, including the Hall of Fame game.
How is that possible?
What, that they've filled the calendar that deep? We talk about a lot of things. We say a lot of funny things.
We do.
That they go, hey, we should put that in a reel.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came back from Greenville, and Christiana was like, look, I did 70 reels. And we went, awesome, let the good times roll. And that's where we are.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's to our next team, because I can't get into the system to fix the things and make the commercials fire. So let's go ahead to our next team. NFC West. Watch the upcoming season. The Seattle Seahawks, the defending champions.
Does Seattle have one? This was one of those teams that was really tough for me because I don't see one guy that makes that team go. And if they do, and there's one that the whole season is hedging upon, you're not going to like what I have to say about it. Zach Charbonnet's on PUP. We don't really know when he'll be back. It wasn't a surprise, that he's on PUP because he tore his ACL in the playoffs. If you're telling me it's Jadarian Price and George Halani for the first handful of weeks, because they have New England at Washington, the LA Chargers, San Francisco 49ers at Denver, Kansas City, Chicago. That's in the first half of the season. Now, I think this team's really good, and I think the defense is going to be really good. But if you tell me I had to nestle this down to one player, it's either Jadarian Price, because so much of this is going to be heaped on him, whether it should be or not. Or it's on the defensive side, and it's Dante Fowler. And I know that's going to sound strange because he's going to be a situational pass rusher, and it's going to be him and Nwosu and DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't think DeMarcus Lawrence can take a huge step back, but I also don't see a ton of guys on this team that I feel really good about being impact pass rushers right off the jump. So if Dante Fowler can't do it, that secondary better be really, really good, which I think it is. Also, you mark my words, Julian Neal will be in Josh Jobs' spot within weeks.
Won't take long for him to figure that out.
I don't believe that it will.
That he's better?
I do believe Julian Neal will be playing significant snaps very early.
The offense and the defense are going to be great. The biggest question is going to be at running back. What does Zach Charbonnet look like when he gets back? How good can Jadarian Price be in the interim? Because, right? as to what they had last year with Kenny and Zach.
Well, I mean, if Jadarian Price isn't everything that he's been advertised to be and everything that Seattle obviously thinks he is, they're going to look strikingly similar to Kansas City next year, where you're going to go as far as your quarterback will take you.
Mm-hmm. And how far can he take them? Back to the bowl? How good do you feel about their chances to repeat?
If it wasn't for the Los Angeles Rams, I'd feel a lot better. But you got to go through them twice, and you're probably going to have to go through them in the playoffs too.
Right. Which ain't going to be fun, especially if that one thing happens that we keep talking about could happen. I think going to be nobody in the entire league. I think obviously it's hard to nitpick. And I feel confidence in everything that this team has, either the bullets that are in the gun or, the other gun that's in the holster. Because you've done such a good job, I think, of building this team up that there's not injury that can happen that's going to scare me. And think, oh, that's a major hole. I mean, do they have that for you?
No. I mean, I need Devin Witherspoon to be really healthy because he's the one corner that I feel can be the lockdown guy. Other than that, not really. I mean, and he's a top 20 to 25 player in the league. So you can say that about any one of those. You can say it about Jackson Smith and Jigba. You can say it about Devin Witherspoon. That's just how elite players work. When you have one of those guys are going to be very influential because that is what your entire team is built around. In Seattle, is they apply there.
Weakest spot for Seattle, other than Josh Job's spot, because we know you don't like him.
It's not so much that I don't like him. I think he fits that defense fine.
I mean, it's got to be the tight end position, right?
I like A.J. Barner better than you do. I mean, do I think he's a top 10 tight end in the league? No, I don't. But him and Elijah Arroyo, who I do expect to step forward from in 2026, be hard for him to take a step back because he only had 15 catches last year. But I do look for – I mean, I think A.J. Barner is really good, especially in that offense and what they ask him to do.
All right. I wish I could send this to a break so I could, but I can't do that. You could, let's see here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pitch it to the break. I'll play a little musical interlude while Jeremy goes and hits the button so I can try to get this, this thing hooked back up here. You are in the Sports, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll hopefully be back right after.
The Atlanta Braves are on a mission, and night after night they are making their case as one of the best teams in baseball.
3-2 to Drake. And he swings and hits a missile to deep right field to the chop house and out of here.
Chopping toward another playoff run.
Olsen hits it well. Deep center field to the wall and gone!
The Mountain's home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you grow your business at the speed of sound today at 844-844-iHeart.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather warned for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Live in the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Ever since they started clearing yards after Helene, the Chainsaw Brothers stay committed to helping rebuild Western North Carolina.
Whether you have a dead tree dangling somewhere dangerous, or you need to clear years of overgrowth, tree trimming, or tree removal, we can get the job done.
It's fully insured and licensed work from local professionals you can trust.
Residential or commercial jobs, we got the tools and the crew.
Call the Chainsaw Brothers today at 316-1013. That's 316-1013.
Follow us on Facebook to see how we treat our family. And check us out at chainsawbrother.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
It is ESPN Asheville. This is the Sportsocracy. CarissaSellsWNC.com home studio. I'm Jake Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene back in the Ingle studio in Asheville. And our, in the NFC West. Talk about the best players coming up for the 2026 NFL season. And I guess we said best for last. I'm not sure it was intentional, but at least for today it was. The Los Angeles Rams. Have they built ultimate payback squad is the question.
I mean, this team is...
And if they haven't, aren't they about...
I'm curious which way you
season
leaned
trade.
Here.
Uh-huh.
Because
as to who's more important?
Who's the player that's most important that doesn't just slap you in the face? Because it's not Stafford. I don't think it's Kyron Williams because Blake Corum's behind him. And I mean, Corum's fine in that offense. The offense is so good that I think Corum would be fine if he had to start. It's not Puka. It's not Devontae Adams.
Right.
I don't think you can say it's Myles Garrett because, okay, Myles Garrett has an off year. Cool, he's the 5th best player in the league. That's an off year.
Right.
If Aaron Donald winds up back here, which I don't know if I believe more or less right now, the secondary's vastly improved. I just kept coming back to one player because there's only one player on this team that scares me, that if it's not everything you want it to be, it can completely unravel this team.
Mm-hmm.
It's Alaric Jackson.
Did he go to Georgia?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was
the
the
other
other one.
tackle.
Yeah, it was the other one. Alaric Jackson's had a lot going on this offseason. And, look, I think he's a really good left tackle. He was one of the best in the league last year. That was also the best year he's ever had by 10 miles. If he reverts in any shape, form, or fashion, and you start seeing pressure on Matthew Stafford, that is the one thing that can completely unwind this. Because if we wind up with Ty Simpson or Stetson Bennett for any period of time, I don't like where this is going.
The fact that you left yourself, in my opinion, so exposed at the quarterback position is probably my biggest concern. Because it was too long ago where we were having the discussions of, does he even want to do this anymore? And I think some people still have that question in their minds. He won the MVP last year and put that to bed and said, at least one more. I think everybody got comfortable with it. Point. We still have to realize this guy's 38 years old. And he's still bad shot away from possibly having to walk away. To Ty Simpson. That's not going to go the way you want it to. Don't let your GMs pick their friends, kids. That should be the number one rule for every franchise in the NFL. Because any other would be more acceptable to me.
Well, I mean, it would be. It is scary to me if. Let me just ask this question because I'm curious of your answer because I know mine. With how good this offense is, let's just say you needed Ty Simpson for 4 games. How bad do you think that would go?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no team in the NFL, it really thrives with a backup quarterback. How bad would it actually be if it was only a temporary thing?
Well, it would it would help to know, obviously, who you're going to play in that 4-game stretch.
I don't know that it matters. LA's schedule is
have you done enough
so
damage?
LA's schedule is so evil that there's no 4-week stretch unless you go the Arizona, Vegas, Chargers, Commanders, Arizona stretch. Unless it's in that 5, it doesn't matter. And even then, you get killed by the Chargers and you get killed by the Commanders. The other 3, I think you could have Ty Simpson or Homer Simpson, and I don't think it would matter.
I'm pretty much in full agreement on that. The only thing is that defense could be so good to cause disruptions with LA and Washington. You might have the longest of win those. But the only stretch that I could really see not major damage in. Now, as I was getting ready to say, was if you get down to the end of the season, have you done enough damage at that point that it doesn't really matter? So if it had to be, hey, we need to bench Matt Stafford for the last 4 weeks to, just precaution, right? He's hurt. He probably shouldn't be playing. Bench him as a precaution. Did you do enough damage in those first games that it doesn't matter how you do against Dallas or Tampa or the 2 Seattle games? In fact, maybe the better answer is just don't even play him in those Seattle. Done enough rest of the playoffs, maybe. It's not going to be a good scenario. I mean, I'd feel better about it. Like I said, if you had any veteran that was behind Matthew Stafford, I'd probably feel better about it.
If Jimmy Garoppolo
the fact that you have
still
Stetson Bennett as the veteran backup, right? I'd feel so much better. And I'm not even a Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I mean, throw Joe Flacco on this team. I don't care. Thing in that vein would be much better. An NFL quarterback. I never have. And the fact that you wasted an opportunity possibly. Added him to this team when you didn't need to is insanity to me. Like, you better win. You better win it all. Because if you don't, that's the only thing I think I'll remember about this is, well, you'd feel better about that if you could have scored a couple more points this year, right? Maybe Mekhi Lemon would have really helped in that scenario, or whoever. Any player that you could have actually gotten something out of. But best case scenario, I don't want to say wasted, but possibly wasted a number one or a first round draft pick. Because you're hoping that he doesn't play at all this year. Which is a weird place to be for me. And I've always thought that. Back when Jordan Love got drafted by the Packers, why in the hell did you do that? Already have those. Go get. And I just trying to look into the future here. I feel like we're going to be talking about Ty Simpson as if he could be one of the worst picks, one of the worst decisions he's ever made.
I didn't like it, and I still don't like it.
At the season, watching somebody else. Yeah, you could be watching somebody else play in the Super Bowl or in the NFC Championship game and have too many questions. Did I lose you again?
No, you're just coming in and out, so I have absolutely no idea what you're saying.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's awesome. Well, hopefully the next try will be better. We got to take a break. Well, this will be it for us on ESPN Asheville. We'll join, you can join back with us here on the iHeartRadio app on Fox Sports Upstate coming up immediately following this program. And then we'll be back with you tomorrow at 3.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Flood watch is starting to pop around us with some heavy downpours expected for tomorrow. There's a front pulling in from the north, increased storm coverage for Thursday, and some places could see over an inch of rain. Some models showing some 1.5 rains for Thursday. This is some of the tropical moisture left over from Tropical Storm Bertha up from the Gulf. 70 degrees our low for tonight with early evening storms drifting east-southeast. Heavier weather Thursday with rains in 76. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's drive time.
Ooh, the hole closes up on him.
Your time saver traffic on ESPN Asheville.
Traffic slow 240 westbound between Charlotte Street and Montford Avenue. 240 eastbound delays between exit 3 and exit 4A. Future 26 eastbound crawling between New Stock Road and Elk Mountain Road. Due to an accident, expect delays in North Asheville on Weaverville Road. 26 eastbound busy between I-40 and the French Broad River. Haywood County 40 westbound slow between Fines Creek Road and the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. I'm Lee Minfield with your Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study.
Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hi, robot thing. Rotten, soggy egg salad sandwich in lunchbox. Clean?
Just use Clorox disinfecting wipes.
Glitter slime paper mache explosion? Clean?
Also, Clorox disinfecting wipes.
Son.
Yes.
Snot rocketed.
Yes.
All over
Yes.
the kitchen counter.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Kills 99.9% of germs without smelling like it. Clorox. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
At Ingles, we're all in for summer. We have everything you need for the perfect picnic, the greatest grill out, and the best beach vacation. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
For more information about contests on this station, go to espnavl.com/rules.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
I don't know.
Yo.
There he is. I was about to say because
maybe you want
we're
to try
up
to hook to the brick there, Jeremy.
What's the matter?
I mean, it's just coming in garbled.
It's 100% your computer. I know beyond a shadow of it. I've known it the entire day. We are going to have. I am.
Yeah, you're starting to break up.
It's because I'm coming through him.
My computer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, we got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yay.
Are you going to connect?
I mean, we're here now. I only got 15 seconds.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. Catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple years. Absolutely loved it.
You boozy.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy, 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. It is, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the rocky connection here. I've been dealing with some internet issues all day long, and yeah, here we are.
Oh, don't worry. I'm coming to fix it, because now I know the problem. And I should have known the problem the whole time. I just didn't put two and two together.
Well, that's good to know. Glad you've got a clue, because I do not. But we will strive to be with you here as much as we can over the next 2 hours here on Fox Sports Upstate. You can call in at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. 864-777-9593 is the text line. Again, that's 864-777-9593. Back there in the downtown Greenville Ingles studio, I don't think everything going well down there, Trey?
Hey, it's working on my end.
Everything's good.
Hey, you're clear to me right now, so not
well, let's hope it holds out.
I've been struggling to hear you for 30 minutes. This is the first time I've heard you clear since about 4 o'clock. So
well,
you just needed me.
That's right. All we needed was a little bit of good juju from sweet baby Trey.
If Trey, back in Trey's single days, I could easily see that being something. All you needed to make it all work was a little sweet baby Trey.
Oh, well, I'm going to coach Kentucky next. So
bingo. Will Stein, I bet Will Stein says that all the time. All you need to make it work is a little sweet baby Will Stein.
I don't know that works, but hey, you give it a shot. I mean, he definitely went for it at SEC Media Days. So
He did, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I like a guy who's got some confidence in himself. Just feel like maybe you're going a little too far. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, you want to get in on the program today, give us a call. Training camps open around the NFL. We've got the media days are wrapping up around college football. Everybody's getting excited for the football season. We are counting down to our Ingles Living the Dream tour, which will begin with the coverage of the Hall of Fame game and weekend festivities as well. Up in Canton, Ohio on August 6th, Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
Now do the Cardinal sound.
E.
That was better than I thought it was going to be.
What noise does a cardinal make?
E. It's not E. I can tell you that much.
I mean, I don't do bird calls, so
that's more of the.
I mean, it's one thing if you ask me for an eagle. An eagle's real easy. Just
It's also the same sound your dog makes when he chokes on a milk bone.
It's also the sound I make when I choke on tequila. Just
My oh my. Oh, I love it when I get when I get great impressions out of Jeremy Greene. That's fantastic.
I'm a wordsmith. I paint pictures with my voice.
With your voice and with your sounds. Aren't they so great? The Ingles Living the Dream tour, it's going to take us all over the place, and we've got some announcements on that coming up tomorrow, right?
Day after tomorrow. So we will give we've had to move things around just a bit because things got, as our good friend Jim Ross would have said back in the 90s, business has picked up. So we have some things that had to be moved a little bit. So there are certain dates that we are definitive on, and we will release those on Friday. There will be some blocked out dates where you will see that there is a game, but you will not be able to see what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday, as we left the program, the last thing we were discussing and promised that we would discuss today, so let's pick it back up here, was the SEC Big Ten discussions about breaking away, having their own self-governance in the football world. SEC Media Days, it came up quite a bit. You had Kirby Smart out there talking about, we've talked about it. We've talked about it seriously. And Greg Sankey admitted that they have talked about it, but says that we don't have to go down that path right now because we're banking on the Protect College Sports Act. But what if you don't get the votes that you need? How close are you to making that decision? Because I feel like you're further down that path than Greg Sankey wants us to believe.
Oh, no doubt. Greg Sankey has done that thing where it's free to say stuff, and you say it all you want to. And you can hide behind legislation. I learned when I was just a youngman, if you count on the government to fix your problems, you're going to end up with your pockets hanging out of your pants like the Monopoly man. So you think the government's going to agree on something? Good luck with that, bruh.
We need somebody to set rules. And if you can't get nationwide rules passed by Congress, then that's where you have to go. You have to break away. Mm-hmm. You can't continue to be in this world where 40 to 50 teams or schools have the ability to compete at a different level. and it's not even that many. Well, we went through that NIL thing the other day. What was it? The NIL standard that told you how much teams are pulling together and are able to spend on their rosters and
how much they already have spent. So that's
how much they already have spent.
Yeah, that's not what they have. Because I will tell you, and some of the conversations I've had around college football have centered on, do you understand what's going to happen if you keep letting this happen? Eventually, one of these teams with super deep pockets is going to take a real hard look at Indiana and go all in. And you're going to be playing a whole different ballgame. And there have been about 10 schools brought up to me of, don't mess with them. They will do it. SMU is one. Houston is one. Texas Tech is one. Oklahoma State is one. Oregon is one. Do not undervalue what some of these teams saw last year, which is Indiana ponied up. They got the right coach. Next thing you know, national champions. There's nothing that precludes us from doing the same thing. And I think all of them know it. That's what it seems to me, is that all of them know the way we're operating right now is just daring somebody to be the Los Angeles Dodgers of college football. And it's one thing when you do it in baseball. It's a whole nother when you do it in college football because this is so different. You do have legacy programs that can't compete at that standard, and so you've got to throw a wrench into it. And I think that's where Greg Sankey's coming from. I think he knows that breaking away, that's the nuclear option. We don't want to have to do that because there are going to be some logistical problems.
Nightmares.
Not the least of which, who's coming with us? Because here's the thing. You could break away, start getting into legal fights, and run out of money far less down the road than you think.
The most interesting one that I hadn't thought about until I heard someone mention it yesterday was how would all of this work if you were going to break away with the class action lawsuit, right? The big lawsuit that got us down this path, the big settlement that happened. How does all of that work? Because as far as I understand right now, it's kind of an even pie. And everybody's paying into it. But if you break away, what complications does it throw into that? Or what complications does that agreement include? Just another thing to think about. Because you want to think, or I want to think in my mind, that this is okay, we don't get the votes, next day we move. I don't know that it can be pulled off that quickly.
Oh, I can tell you definitively it will not go that way. It will be, we don't get the votes. Congress is not here to help. I would also be remiss if I didn't point out, you do realize this is a midterm political season. And I hate to tell you this is not going to be front of mind. Unless you're running in a state like Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, that's not what's going to get the attention. Because this is not one of those bills that you win the midterms with. So getting somebody, a politician that's going into a political fight, that's not how that's going to go.
Question is, who's going with them? And we know. I mean, everybody moves as a group, right? Everybody in the SEC is going. Everybody in the Big Ten's going.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is that maybe. It depends. What does the new entity look like? Which I have not heard one person talk about yet. And look, right now the NCAA is the devil you know. And there are at least some parameters. If this is just a wild, wild west of, like Jerry Maguire, who's coming with me, I'll go ahead and tell you some of these schools will have pause.
Like who, though?
anybody that the current rules benefit more than what it's going to be. Texas Tech's the one that screams to me. Because it's not just going to be, the SEC breaks away and the Big Ten breaks away. It will be those two on the highest side, and then all of their little buddies that want to come with them. And Texas Tech will be on the forefront of that because they have so much money. But if you're Texas Tech, what incentive do I have to stop doing this? I'm in a conference that I can win because I show up and put my pants on the right direction, and I keep spending the money that I have. I don't have an incentive to level the playing field. What do I care? I'm the one that broke the system. Why would I want to go to a level playing field? Y'all go do what you want to do. I kind of like it over here. And I'll be honest with you, I think there's more of those than you think. The ones that are really going to be looking for a different system are the Missouris of the world, the Arkansas, the Alabamas, the ones that we're in a good spot because we're in a good conference. We don't have the money to win on the highest side, so we need those guardrails. If you've got a limitless pocketbook, who cares? Let the good times roll.
Do all those programs, are they willing to sacrifice the prestige for that? Because what you're going to end up having, if that happens, you have two separate champions.
No doubt.
And you essentially will have the real champion of the best programs who could put the best players on the field, which will be the ones that break away. And then you'll have the champion of the NIT.
Just remember, as you talk about this breakaway thing, never forget Live Golf. Live Golf broke away with a bunch of the best golfers in the world, and nobody ever cared. Nobody ever cared.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rules were stupid.
I think the difference, though.
Go ahead, Trey.
I was going to say, I think the difference, though, when you get to the PGA, people follow the PGA mostly for the PGA. When it comes to college football, a lot of your allegiance lies in the brand.
Mm-hmm.
If you're following college football, you love Alabama. So if Alabama breaks away, I think you follow Alabama, especially if you're an alumni.
And I do agree with that. The only thing is that if that's the way you're going, you need everybody to buy in. Because here's what would concern me. All right, let's say the breakaway, everybody's losing their mind, and Texas goes, we're not leaving. What does Oklahoma do? Oklahoma going to lose the Red River rivalry? We've already lost Bedlam. All the things that you love about college football, now I'm throwing it all away because I'm leaving as Oklahoma with no Texas. Pass. I think I'll stay right where I am because I got big boy money too. Mm-hmm. And I think there's going to be more of that than people think. The breakaway schools, the schools that are screaming about breaking away. Tank's a Georgia fan, so I'm going to – why do you think Kirby Smart's saying this? Why do you think Kirby Smart's been one of the most vocal voices here? Because he knows if this becomes a dollars arms race, I'm not in great shape. I'm not the big stack. I'm not Texas. I'm not any of those Texas schools. I'm not – I would say Georgia's probably closer to Florida State than they are to Ohio State because they just don't have the big boy dollars like that. They don't have donors like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this is such a problem. And it's not as easy. I always gristled it when Pat McAfee was saying all these things of we're going to break away and form a super conference. Okay, I think that probably would be the best way to go about it as well. Who keeps the Rose Bowl? Where's the Rose Bowl go? Where's the Fiesta Bowl go? Where's the Orange Bowl go? Do you get to keep the rivalries? What happens if your rival doesn't go? What happens if you stay in the NCAA? Can you play the super conferences or do they just play each other? There's a whole mess of questions that I don't hear anybody ask of this is a logistical nightmare. Mm-hmm. And I get why you want away from this. But the best case scenario is still to get a few congressmen together and start signing some stuff because it can't survive this way. I know that definitively. And Tank, you can attest to this. I told you this the day it happened. I have called my shot on this since the first time the Supreme Court said, nope, can't preclude them from making money. I said, you watch. I know how big money programs, I know how big money donors, I know how all of these things work. And they're going to start looking for loopholes the first opportunity they get.
Yep. And it's all been one giant loophole since it all started. Because none of the things I feel like we were told has come to pass as far as how to control this. No one's really had no one at the top has really had an idea, because they just wanted to stick their fingers in their ears and pretend like it wasn't a problem.
Oh, I have an idea.
Always going to live by the amateur model, and this is how things are going to be. And then when you got slapped down, you had to quickly pull some money together and realize. And I don't know that there would be too many holdouts.
I have an idea. Unequivocally, I have an idea. We've got a caller on the line, so we need to turn to the phone lines. After the caller, I can simplify this quite easily. The problem is some people are going to have to swallow some pride.
You want to get involved in the program, 864-240-5480. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, who's this?
Hey, Jeremy, this is Rocky.
Hey, Rocky, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you are. I don't have a lot of content, really. I do want to ask a question about your new show, but before I do, I'm going to give you a compliment, Jeremy, but I don't want you to get too big for your britches, okay? Because I can
stop right there,
Rocky. I just lost 55 pounds. I got a lot of room to grow in these particular britches.
Well, that's going to go along with. Let me just tell you, and thanks with you, but you were. The first time I ever heard your show was overtime, 7 o'clock, after the 5 to 7 show. And I started listening to you, and I'm like, God, I like this guy. He's like, okay, he's definitely from around here. Because, you listen to a lot of guys or people talking, no, they're not from around here. Okay? So you're definitely from around here. Give or take, below the Mason-Dixon line. Okay? There we go. And just listening to you, you love sports, your passion for sports, you're a big guy just like me, which I came to know, and I said, I think this guy probably likes to do a curl or two and would love to do that, and he's never found a bonfire he didn't like on the back of a pickup truck. So, all that being said, as my perception of you, Jeremy Greene, your new show coming up, and I love your overtime. As we get to football, everybody, it's talking season. They got all these conference, press conferences and all that kind of stuff, media days and everything going on. And we're at football season. It's getting exciting. I gave a little to Richmond on talk to him before, and I didn't give a prediction on the Gamecocks, but I pretty much, and maybe even told you what I think they need to do, including what Shane needs to do, and for the Gamecocks to my personal expectations this year. I kind of gave that to him, and I think I've done that, so I don't need to do that over again. But football's here, and we're talking about it, and I know you're passionate about that. What on your show, you and Tank, you've been in Asheville, now you're down here in Greenville, and you're going to be doing your show from 5 to 7, and I'm sure you're going to probably try to do it like you did up there and then mold it in. What's kind of your plans for the fall, and how you going to do things? And that's kind of my interest there.
So, Rocky, we always appreciate Rocky. Rocky is one of the few people that just, when I hear the voice, I know I'm going to enjoy the next few minutes. So it's a great question. We actually met with the people from Ingalls today who have been great supporters of us. I'm not going to lie to you. We did not intend originally this show to be full call-in. And then we started doing it, and it's kind of rejuvenated Tank and I. We've been a very scripted, structured show of, segments, and we do this, and we never had phones. So we've never been able to talk to people. That's been one of the great kind of shocking things of this to us. So to answer your question, we're still figuring some of that out. We had 3 hours in Asheville. Now we have 2. Obviously, there are a lot of segments and content that stay in that. but we also don't ever want to turn the phones off to you. That's the coolest part of this to us, is hearing what you want to talk about and going down these rabbit holes and talking to you guys. So it will be more structured during football season than it has been so far, but it will always be very call-in centric. Tank, if you agree, disagree, anything, you feel free to chime in whenever.
Agreed. I love the fact that we have the ability to be able to speak to the audience. It's something that we have not had since we started doing this, just because we didn't have the ability or the availability of a producer to screen phone calls and make sure that, you know, crazies weren't getting on the air trying to say dirty words and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't want the people on our social media to be able to say the things on Facebook that they say on FCC air, because we would be fired within like 5 minutes. I would get escorted out of a studio in Asheville for something that happened in Greenville.
Yeah. I also get a real good kick out of, and I think it's important for anybody who is a host in a new city to get to learn the people that he's talking to. And so in my case, I don't know Greenville all that way. I mean, I've been several times and visited over the years, and I love coming down to get my peaches every spring. But for the most part, I know people in Asheville. I don't know people in Greenville and what the thought processes are. And you'll notice I'm constantly asking, I wonder what Gamecock fans feel about this, because I'm just not in that. I'm not in that world day to day. And so, especially for the early part of this show, and we call it the preseason, the training camp part of this show, I'm getting a real, I'm having a real fun time learning guys like you and guys like Chad, and the fact that we can have this interaction. I want this to be a huge part of the show moving forward, just to get more interaction with the audience.
I do want to say one thing. Go ahead, Rocky. Go ahead.
Am I still on? Or no?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're still there.
Well, I'm going to say this, and then I'll hang up. I love your responses. Thank you so much. But your Asheville's an hour from where I'm sitting right now, or less than that. So, and I can watch the Asheville television station on my television. So it's close. It's like living in Rock Hill and you got Charlotte.
Right.
You know, or whatever. I lived in Rock Hill for a long time, and so I'm very familiar with Charlotte. So, and then since I moved here to the Upstate 6 years ago, and just love it up here and getting into it. It is Clemson up here. So, and then of course you got the game. I'm a Gamecock, but I'm born and raised in Columbia, South Carolina. But I'm living up here, and there are a lot of South Carolina people. But it is Clemson up here. So now it's going to be you're up in Asheville, and now you're down here in this. And you got ACC football and SEC football down in here.
Oh, okay? and we love college football.
You got both of those. And I'll hang up. Thanks.
Absolutely, we appreciate you, Rocky. Tank. I'm going to do that thing that we're not necessarily supposed to do, but I'm going to take the listener behind the fourth wall.
Okay.
So Tank and I had a meeting this morning. We can't necessarily tell you yet what it was about, but we hope to be able to tell you here in the next couple weeks. Something was said to us that I think it's a better answer to Rocky's question even than what you and I could give, because it was said by somebody else that's believed in us for a real long time. Mm-hmm. The line was, the thing that we've always loved about you two is you strike people as two people that you could walk up to in a bar and talk football with. And I kind of laughed, and I said, that happens no less than once a day. It happens to me at Ingalls. It happens to me there's a restaurant right below my house that I frequent. It happens there all the time. That's what we enjoy. I mean, at the end of the day, Tank and I are football fans that have been super blessed to live the dream. That's why we call our tailgate tour the Living the Dream Tour, because that's what we're doing. But we want to take you along with us. You know, we get access to some super cool stuff. You know, I could give you a whole mess of examples, but I think the best one is the first Super Bowl Tank and I ever did together. We just kind of looked around and we just geeked out like two fans, because it was, man, this is cool that we're here. But the first thing Tank said to me was, how do we make the listener feel like they're standing beside us right now? And that's what we do. And we're still trying to figure out exactly how to do that. But I'm enjoying this so much that I don't really want to change a lot.
Right. And we're gonna have a lot of fun getting to know each other. We're excited to be able to serve a new community with this. I know Jeremy's been around a little longer than I have, but we're branching out. We're learning. You guys are learning us. And be open. Be honest. Give us a call.
100%.
Let
If
us
you
know
like
how
it,
things are happening. If you like something that we're doing, let us know. If you don't like a certain thing that we're doing, let us know. We'll figure out. We can all make this an enjoyable time. And really, in the end, that's what this all started as. When I started doing a weekend sports show on a news talk station in Asheville every weekend, just because they would give me the open air time and we needed to fill the slot basically
for free. By the way, I always have to throw that in. He did it for free, like his day off. He spent talking about sports.
Absolutely, because that's what I wanted to do, because that's what I had fun doing, and I found some cool people to do it with, and, some came in and some went out, and Jeremy came in, and he's not been able to get rid of me yet, or I haven't been able to get rid of him yet. And
it was definitely more the latter than the former.
Right, and not that we would want to. But the idea of this whole show was basically just imagine we're all sitting at the bar. We're having a drink, whether it be an adult beverage or, not an adult beverage, if that's your choice. And we're just chopping it up, giving our opinions. I'm no smarter at this, I don't think, than most fans. I feel like I've watched football. I never played at like a professional level or a collegiate level or anything like that. I just love the game. And to be able to talk with other people that love the game like I do, I think it's an absolute dream, and that's exactly why we call it the Living the Dream Tour.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm proud that neither one of us ever played at the NFL level. I wish I had, but
it'd been fun.
Yeah, it would have been great. But I'll be honest with you that one of the greatest compliments that I've ever gotten in my life. I do a show quite frequently with 3 guys that played in the NFL, and all 3 of them at separate times have told me, you 100% belong here. The funniest line I've ever been told in my life was I told Trevor Sikkema, formerly of PFF, now doing NFL Stock Exchange. We were at the Super Bowl, and Trevor's been a friend of mine for years. And I said something to him of, I really feel like I don't belong here. And he grabbed the credential off my collar, and he said, who are you trying to impress? The Super NFL? Because they're the one that gave you this. Yep. So they obviously think you do. So just act like you've been here before. And I laughed, and that's kind of been the mantra ever since.
Yep. We got to take a break here in the Sportsocracy on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. You want to get in on the program, you could do so at the call-in line 864-240-5480 or the text line 864-777-9593. Don't forget, you can also watch us on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, and that'll get you into the chat. Another way that we are here for you to take your opinions, answer your questions, and the like. We'll be back right after this.
Fox Sports Upstate traffic.
Into rush hour we go on a Wednesday afternoon, dealing with some volume on 85 north between Woodruff Road and Pelham Road. You're doing the stop and shuffle routine through here. 85 southbound tight.
Trey, you might want to stack this because we ran super long.
Down to Augusta Road. So
yeah, we can stack this. I'll do that. Okay. And we've got Gary Birch on the line.
10-4. Yeah, we'll hit him as soon as we come back.
This report is
we should have
by
gone to break.
Quality Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
No, we're fine.
Feel effortless.
Don't worry, the breaks are getting ready to be significantly shorter. That was what I was going to do today until I got called back here.
Corley's got you covered. Schedule online at CorleyPro.com.
Why does nothing work today?
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at
I've
a
been
beverage
asking that for 10
manufacturing
years.
plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging
Yeah,
equipment
Tank, I think I can fix all of your problems with the computer in front of me.
keeps operations running smoothly.
Oh,
So
okay.
nothing
I'm actively trying to find one that can replace what I've got to give you this one.
Grainger.
Oh, okay.
For the ones who
It
get
might
it
take
done.
me a couple days, but I'm pretty confident.
Honors and salutes our
Certainly be
veterans
better
and
than the
service
brick I'm
members
using.
for their bravery and sacrifice. We encourage local businesses to recognize their exceptional skills, reliability, and dedication. Add a veteran's sense of duty, precision, and attention to detail to your company's ranks. Hire
Because I
smart
think what it
and
was
hire
was
fast. That's from
it's
Doug
just
Hall's
not capable of
Garage
running
in
everything
Greer.
at once.
We're there on the air reminding everyone we live
Yeah, it's
in
not.
the
I know
land
it's
of the
not.
free because of our brave.
For knee
'Cause
replacement,
it's-
trust
apparently
the
it's
experts
still
who
doing fine?
collaborated with Stryker to refine the new Mako
Have I been
robotic
breaking
power
up?
system.
No,
Choose
you're good.
board-certified
Yeah,
orthopedic
dude,
surgeon,
I stopped running
Dr.
YouTube.
Frank Armacida at the Surgery Center at Pelham.
With this technology, I can put it with such a high level.
It's the
of
only thing
precision
I'm
that
doing
getting it
different
within a
than
fraction of
what
a
I was doing
millimeter
during
and really make a
first show.
custom fit.
Yeah, you're sounding a lot better on my end.
Schedule your consultation at the world's first ASC to offer Mako RPS for total knee replacement. Surgery Center at Pelham.com.
The official language of football is trash talk, late night group chats, memes, and unbelievable highlight clips. That's why Boost Mobile brings you our new global connection plan. The first plan ever made for WhatsApp. Get unlimited data, talk and
But if
text,
something happens in the
international
chat, you're
roaming,
gonna have
and
to let
calls
me
to
know
over
'cause I can't
100
see that for
countries
some
for
reason
just
on
$40 a month.
phone.
$40 price includes $5 a month auto pay discount. After 40 gigabytes of premium high-speed data, speeds will be lowered. Coverage not available everywhere. Visit store or boostmobile.com for details.
What if you could get access to GLP-1 weight loss treatments for just $39? With Selfie, you can access doctor-guided GLP-1 weight loss treatments and a personalized weight loss program for up to 80 to 90% less than name brand prices. 100% online, and the medication is delivered straight to your door. No long waits, no paying thousands out of pocket. Available with or without insurance. Just one simple way to get started. Text FAST to 797979 to see if you qualify. That's FAST to 797979.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
On the Dan Scott Show, we get to do two of my favorite things. That's talk about faith and sports. Bring them all together. 8 a.m.
Hey,
every
Trey,
Sunday.
what,
The Dan Scott Show presented by Ingles.
What time
Just
do
for
you get there for Richmond's show tomorrow?
Not slowing down, and neither are we.
Somewhere around like 2:15 or so.
Okay, will you do me a favor? When you get in tomorrow, will you shoot me a text?
Plus closeout pricing on fishing
I got
rods,
something I need to
reels,
talk to you in Richmond about at the same
incredible
time.
savings from brands you love.
Okay, yeah,
Plus
I can do that.
less.
Depends
Right
on
now,
if Rich
buy
is
any
busy or
lower
not.
parts kit,
He's usually in there
$10 off
working on
strip
stuff in his
blower.
office.
The summer
I'll
clearance sale
text
runs
him and
July
just tell him
13th
I need to
through
talk to y'all for 5-10 minutes before your show. It's a good thing. We're just going to need. It will take all four of us to actually pull it
Power
off.
goes out and cell networks fail.
Okay,
AM
that's
radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out.
He will love it because it's an opportunity to stick it to somebody that just stuck it to him. And I'm a huge fan of that.
179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the
Now I'm
AM radio
curious.
for every vehicle.
Oh, I can tell you after the show.
Letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text stop to stop. This message furnished by this station.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly.
1049 Fox Sports Upstate weather.
This is WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. Big changes coming in. We're going to see rain settle in tonight. It won't be raining every second of the night or tomorrow, but it will be off and on. We'll see high temperatures, much cooler because of the clouds and the rain showers, topping out around 80 degrees. Now, as we go deeper into the forecast, Friday into Saturday, that rain will be off and on, continuing until we get to Sunday, where we warm back up. Until then, look for highs in the upper 70s.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings. We have breaking news.
1049 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. This is the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spitzer. He's Jeremy Greene. You can get in on the program with us, 864-240-5480. Give Sweet Baby Trey a call back there in the Ingles studio. They're in downtown Greenville, 864-240-5480. Or hit us up on the text line, 864-777-9593. That's 864-777-9593. Yeah, football right around the corner. As we said, the Living the Dream Tour is getting ready to kick off here. We're counting down the days till we hit the road to Ohio.
You got Gary on the line?
For the Hall of Fame game. Gary has called in to the call-in line, 864-240-5480. Gary, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what do you say, Tank? Long-time listener, first-time caller, as they say in the radio world.
Bingo. Glad to have you.
I was inspired. When Jeremy said we're a very structured show. I said, no. Don't lie to Rocky like that. Rocky's a good man.
Hey, look, we have a structure. We don't necessarily follow it. There's a show page every day of what we're going to talk about. And then we start talking about, crash test dummies and the best Canadian bands of all time. And the next thing you know, I don't remember where we started.
Here's your show in a nutshell. You guys are NHL hockey.
Okay.
Utter chaos, except for that one moment where everything just comes together, that perfect pass, that perfect assist, goal, but it's all entertainment. So, hey, you still provide the ticket. You still go see hockey, even though they skate in circles sometimes.
This is very true.
I like how that was said. We are, first of all, I should point out, I played a lot of sports. And then I fought professionally for a while, so I've been kicked in the head a lot. I probably am the world's best candidate for Ritalin and Adderall at the same time. And no doctor will give it to me because they're afraid that I won't use it correctly.
I don't see what could go wrong. I mean, you mix that with Monster and,
bingo.
Tank's connectivity issues. There's no way you would stroke out on live air.
I will be all amped up on Mountain Dew, staring at one pixel on my computer screen going, why is it darker than the rest of them? I don't know why that one pixel can't
like
get on board.
Giant spider monkey.
I am not a Megan, our business manager. She obviously she travels with me all the time, and there are times she looked at me yesterday when we got to Greenville, and she said, "How many things are you thinking about at any one given time?" And I said, "Never less than 5, but never more than about 40."
Was she looking at you like a koala or like a Tasmanian devil?
She did have a Tasmanian devil look on her face when we got back from dinner last night. She's like, "It's my bedtime," and I went, "Nah, I don't think it is. I think I want to tell you all the ideas I have for the next 4 years in the next 14 minutes."
You get me talking football, man, I'll just talk your ear off. Me and Bill spent 3 hours at a barbecue place, and that waitress liked to light her tails on fire just to get us out the door.
We're looking forward to that was something we talked about today is on-site activations between Greenville and Asheville of where we can continue to do things like that. What exactly that's going to look like, I'm not sure. But I can tell you we will be in the public as much as we physically can be.
That'll be awesome. I was thinking about sneaking up there for a Thursday night if y'all still going to do that.
Thursday night, we've had a lot of ideas. I'm not going to lie to you. There are certain parts of this that, my role in all of this is kind of funny because I do a lot of the sales, but then there are things that I look at our sales department and go, you just tell me where to be and I'll be there. And that's kind of what I've done with Greenville because I know what I know. I know the restaurants, the bars that I went to and I lived there previously, but I find a new place every single time I come down there. I didn't know there was a Brazilian steakhouse in Greenville. I think I got the single greatest Uber Eats deal in the history of Uber Eats last night. I'm pretty sure they charged me wrong, but I did not correct them.
Well, now, see, you left a little thing on Greene, so the Uber Eats just kept making blocks and circles and kept bringing you Brazilian steak. That's how those work, right?
We got 2 plates of filet mignon, bacon-wrapped chicken breast, cucumber salad, mashed potatoes, and bread. On the receipt, it said each plate cost $51. I paid $32 plus tip for both of them. I'm not real sure how that worked, but I kept looking at it going, I'm going to get a bill one day that I'm going to ignore. Kind of like I've ignored medical bills my entire life.
You just got that Peter Warwick discount.
I'm fine with that. Lavernius Coles is one of my closest friends in the business. So, he wound up being a cop after that. So it just shows where there's a will, there is indeed a way.
I believe it. Yeah, Lavernius, man, he overcame a lot to get to where he was.
One of my favorite players of all time.
Choices over situation.
One of my favorite players of all time.
Whether you're going to make it or not.
Great New York Jet, great Washington commander, and a great dude. An absolute top flight dude.
That is excellent to hear. You never really know because what you see in public may not always be who they are. Speaking of great dudes, how about Charles Davis, man? I ought to bring him on the show.
Charles Davis, yesterday was a bad day for a lot of people around
it was.
NFL Network and another entity that we can't say on this air. But, it's the funny thing about several of the people whose names I saw on those lists yesterday, whether it's Charles Davis is a brilliant guy. And we've never just sat down and chalked it up for half an hour like I have with some other people, but I have been in his presence, and Charles Davis is a super genuine dude. And what you see on television, that smile, it doesn't go away in person. And, I said this yesterday about Tom Pelissero. I'll say it about Charles Davis too. Guys, if you need a place to land, I could happily find you one. You're going to take a significant pay cut, but you always got a spot.
We cannot stress enough, significant pay cut.
If you invested well at your previous stops, you could do this for about an hour, and you wouldn't starve. But the door is always open.
Best I can offer is a 5% discount at all Ingles supermarkets.
We know people. We know people, and we know that is where you should buy your groceries every single time you buy them. Find them online at ingles-markets.com. Tank Spencer taught me that, and I'm proud of that.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, if they would put them in Irmo, I would go up there. It ain't that far from Greenville.
Hey, we're our goal with Ingles is we want them to be everywhere. I want to see an Ingles supermarket opened in Indianapolis, Because I will be honest with you, that is one of the hardest parts of going on the road. I'm so used to a good grocery store, and I go out of that Ingles footprint, and I'm like, where are the steaks? And could you cut me one, please?
Peacock's at 97. They're developing it like crazy, man. There ain't nothing but trees there now, though.
They of all the things Ingles asked me, I must say real estate has never been one of them. But, I mean, I'll put in a good word.
Untapped potential, Jeremy. Untapped potential.
I'm all about it.
All right, Gary, we appreciate the phone call, man.
I should ask something football related.
Yeah. Do you? Or did you say you wish you had something?
I should ask something.
Oh.
I have no idea what to ask right now. Look at me on the spot.
Yeah, look at that.
I suppose I might just let everybody else have fun on the show.
All right, we appreciate the phone call, man. It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, great to be heard. Y'all have fun now.
Yes, sir. Don't be a stranger. 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Hit us up at the call-in line or text the program, 777-9593. Jeremy, the biggest story today in sports has to be that the Red Sox have won 15 in a row. But aside from that, I know you don't want to talk about baseball.
The Red Sox.
And I don't really either.
The Red Sox, were they White Sox that got put in with something really red? Or
no, that would be the Pink Sox.
Ah. That's...
what is the story that's got you your brain turning today?
Well, I mean, just with media days and all the things happening around the sports world, it's so funny to me. You know, and I'm a little biased because I've been around these rooms for so long, and you know, I've been lucky to have Tank basically show me the way throughout all this, sometimes with me kicking and screaming, trying to do it my way. I do find it funny how often I see guys that get up in front of the media, and I'm specifically talking about coaches, and it is like they haven't planned what they were going to say one time. Like they didn't bring a speech. They looked at the AD and, hey, what are you going to say today? Figure it out when I do. Figure it out when I do. I'm sure I won't say something that'll be held against me for the rest of my life. Alex Galesh. Nailed it. We will make Auburn a top 5 program again. When was it a top 5 program to begin with? Was I asleep? Because I think I missed that entire run. I must have been in a coma I forgot about. Because the Auburn's a top 5 program in the state of Alabama because I think there's only 4 of them. And by osmosis, it's you, Alabama, Troy, and UAB. You are the second best of those programs, maybe. Troy's had some bangers.
You're sleeping on the murder hornets of A&M. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, there are 5. Oh, sorry, Auburn. Every team that comes up, you slip just a little further. Tell me again how good Bo Jackson was.
I mean, they had 4 years where they could be considered a top 5 team out of the last 40.
Auburn is the Gordon Lightfoot of college football. You had 2 bangers, and everything else you've ever done was just kind of here. Like, yes, you did have a guitar and you made noise. So, yes, technically you are a football program. The problem is when you said great.
Did not have Gordon Lightfoot as a reference on today's program.
Hey,
thank you.
I mean, it's the beauty of this show. We're going to make bingo cards. You'll get your bingo card, and you're going to look at all those and go, how could these 2 idiots possibly say these 24 things in any given month? Stand back and watch.
We will eventually get to it all.
We had a bare naked ladies reference earlier, not the actual.
Got 1 minute.
The band, not the event.
Not the club. Right. 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. You can get in on the fun with us here and by giving us a call at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. The text line, 864-777-9593. Want your opinions on what are you burning on with the training camps beginning around the NFL? Carolina Panthers veterans reported today. We will start having, little news tidbits coming out of camps. We're already getting word on the teams are setting their non-football injury lists and all of that. Who's going to start the season on PUP? Bad news for Zach Charbonnet today, although I think that was well expected since he just tore his ACL back in January. But all the things on the table. If you want to give us a call here on the Sportsocracy, 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate.
$888-8888. This is 104.9.
Trey,
Fox
Tank heard you say 10 seconds and went 30 it is.
We're handling it pretty well. No accidents. That's fine. I'm used to it.
I was watching the clock. I hit it right on the dot.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can always tell when Tank's trying to hit an exact number because he'll go, and, it's, 104.9, Fox Sports Upstate. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, it's hard talking and keeping an eye on the clock. I've had to do it a couple times for John. It's hard.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought there was coming a day where I was going to have to be the pilot of this ship, and I went, nope, don't like that at all. We got to get him connected better.
That's right.
And I'll do it at great personal expense to myself to make sure I have to do that 2 hours a week. Because I'm too stupid for that. I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right.
88 for immediate assistance. That's from Doug Hall's Garage in Greer at 864-244-5744. Reminding our brave veterans, you're never alone.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather worn for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells. Like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
The greatest shopping event of the summer is here. Macy's Black Friday and July sale is back, where you'll find 40 to 60% savings on all the hottest summer fashion and more. Don't wait. Get first dibs on everything you love about Black Friday shopping, from unbeatable sales across the store to curated styles for the season at lower than low prices. Head to Macy's now for a fun-filled holiday shopping adventure smack dab in the middle of summer. It's the can't miss sale of the month, Black Friday and July at Macy's. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For the ones who get it done.
If you run a business and need to get your message to your next customers fast, nothing is faster than audio with iHeart. Let us help you grow your business at the speed of sound today at 844-844-iHeart.
Hurt in a wreck? Injured at work? Call Joy Law Firm. Their no-fee guarantee means you won't pay a thing unless they win your case. No upfront costs, no hidden fees. Don't wait. Just call Joy. 864-888-8888.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations, all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this
Whoever
is
left a big thing of macaroni and cheese in the refrigerator at iHeart, you have erred.
Station. Guaranteed human. From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles.
Woo! That's your iHeart, right? Because I don't have that in mine.
The Boston Red Sox today won their
mac and cheese?
15th consecutive game. They beat the
Yeah, I don't have
Baltimore
that.
Orioles 6-3 at Fenway Park in
Trey's like,
game
wait a
1
minute.
of a
Where's my
doubleheader.
mac and cheese?
It's the longest
Hold on
winning
now.
streak in the
I ain't
majors
get no mac
in
and cheese.
5 years.
They
It
love
also
catering
ties a
things here, and they're like,
franchise
oh,
record.
yeah.
Overall, the Red Sox have now won 20 of their last 22 games. They will try to go for 16 in a row in game 2 of the doubleheader.
I've got bag eggs in mine.
If it weren't for free food and free concert tickets, I wouldn't be still doing this job.
5-3 road victory over the
Oh,
Yankees.
speaking of, we got
Game
tickets to
1
give
of
away.
a doubleheader. Yankees runs came out a 3-run home run by Ben Rice in the 7th inning, his 30th home run of the season. The Kansas City Royals edged the San Francisco Giants 5-4 to sweep their 3-game series. Right now, the Brewers a 4-2 lead over the Mets at the bottom of the 8th inning. The Washington Nationals a 1-0 lead at Colorado going to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Ooh, Tank, let's play a fun game.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
What? Wait, you don't like peanut butter and jelly?
It's the year of the quarterback.
Old Trip and May over here.
And we have a super chat.
And then he set the freaking house on fire.
You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Now, you know you can't say the wordy dirds on the radio bot.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole now.
Fire them cannons, by golly.
Being a Jets fan, toxic.
It's a football Friday.
And for the 2027 mock draft, the Panthers take...
Tank needed our help to download Instagram. First reel he ever posted. 19 million views.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app or catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple years. Absolutely loved it.
You're boozy. 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. This is the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer, coming to you from the home studio here in Asheville, the Clarissa Sells WNC.com home studio, in the Ingalls studio here in Asheville. Jeremy Greene. Call in line for the program, 864-240-5480. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Somebody at lovely iHeart Asheville just learned a valuable lesson. If you pull away some mac and cheese that you're going to have later, you should probably hide that better.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Crushed up some habanero barbecue almonds as the topping on the mac and cheese. It was divine.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It was divine.
That's an interesting topping. Okay. I thought you were going down the potato chip path there for a second. I was following you. But
I don't love
never
potato
considered
chips. I love Doritos. See, to me, I think the standard potato chip is grossly overrated.
I'd agree with that.
You just give me a basic tater chip. Stop that. Now, you throw some sour cream and chive on that bad boy. Oh, you got a treat that's hard to beat, Spunky.
So you're just saying the original salted are like too plain, maybe?
I'm not gonna out who did the catering, but we had sandwiches and different things today, and we had a stack of just standard potato chips. And I did look at Megan earlier and went, "Who buys these? Like, who goes? I need just a deep fried sliced potato with no seasoning on it whatsoever except salt." I cannot wrap my brain around that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A little cheddar and sour cream.
Just like he can't wrap his head around peanut butter and jelly together.
Peanut butter is awesome. Jelly's awesome. They're not awesome together.
It's insane. It's insanity. The things that you say make my brain hurt sometimes. Oh, he's so smart about football and things. But, man, when it comes to other stuff, just, wow. That's crazy talk. Look, the plain chip is not the Cadillac. We know that. Any other flavor, well, maybe not any other flavor, but most flavors are superior to the plain chip.
100%.
But every now and then, nice little bologna sandwich with some plain chips.
By the way, bologna shouldn't be a thing.
But you got to combine it with something.
Bologna shouldn't be a thing. What? It's a cold hot dog.
Against that as well.
It's a cold hot dog. Why do I want a cold hot dog? They're the same thing. It's
cook it.
It's snoots and but if I'm gonna cook it, then why not eat a hot dog? Why is bologna
sometimes
a
you
thing?
want your hot dog flat.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you want it flat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those serial killers that put hamburgers in hot dog buns. Just make a cheeseburger. We already have this thing.
It's kind of like those serial killers that avoid jelly and peanut butter.
Bingo.
I'll eat all the jelly, all the peanut butter. I just don't understand them together. Mahi and chocolate sauce is what you're trying to convince me of. I like them both. I don't get them together.
No, that was not.
You
tried. You tried real hard, but swerved real left at the end. 864-240-5480. Just drove that one right into the bridge abutment. 864-240-5480. That's the call-in line. You want to get in on the program. We do have a caller. Save me, caller. Who is this?
Jeremy, Tank, Trey, your expert is called in. What do you need to know about potato chips, sir?
I knew when I said plain potato chips, I went somewhere. Chad Walton just went, I have some things to say. Chad, when you're stocking the vending machines, do you not give a nice just a series of chip options, be it the sour cream and chive or the cheddar and sour cream, the Dorito, just because they're all so good?
Yeah, now I never put the same flavor in two rows, man. I always got a plain. I got a Lay's barbecue. I got a Dorito, a Cheeto, a Funyun. The Smart popcorn does okay.
Oh yeah.
The sour cream and cheddar Ruffles do pretty good.
Can I ask a question? Because you are the
in there, just kind of variety, but I never put two rows of the same chip.
See, that's why he's the vending machine
and I
king.
always put at least one row of plain in there. Some places they don't sell that great, but some places they do pretty good. And I tell you something weird about Lay's, the yellow bag plain potato chips, man. When you stock them in the machine on the shelf, I usually keep them in the same row, but they freaking leak grease out of the bottom of the bag, and it sticks on the bottom of the shelf, and it gets all sticky, and like dirt catches on it, and it makes the whole shelf, the whole little row sticky, and the chips stick to the shelf, and I have to get the only thing that gets it off is freaking oven cleaner. The little spray can oven cleaner, you got to spray the little column down, and it eats the grease up and wipe it off. It's nuts.
I never thought I'd say this as a fat man, but I think you just ruined potato chips for me.
I was
what
about
are you
to
talking
say
about? They sweat on.
I was about to say. I think four.
Man, I don't know. Lay's is the only flavor. The Lay's plain in the yellow bag. The Lay's plain chips are the only bags that leak. But they leak the grease that comes on the potato chips. It comes out of the bag somehow and gets on the bottom of the shell.
Wait. Are you sure
that settles that?
It makes a mess.
Are you sure that these aren't the ones
with
with Olean in them?
It ain't like every week. It's like over time. I mean, you know, over 6 months, it might get a build-up on there, you know.
Weird.
I believe Frito-Lay is really happy that the market's closed right now. If the market wasn't closed right now, I'm pretty sure Chad just absolutely destroyed the Frito-Lay company. Because now, anything that requires oven cleaner to fix it, I don't think I should be eating it.
No.
Well, I mean, you could get some purple pie or mean green or whatever, and it'll get it off. But, man, you got to scrub and scrub. It takes forever.
Look.
If you hit it with that oven cleaner, it just dissolves it.
Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had some nights in my life where I needed a cold shower.
Hack, man. That's the hack I learned years ago.
I've had some nights in my life that required a cold shower. I've even had some that required a good slow soak with some Dr. Squatch. But I have never in my life ingested anything that I went, I think I need to swallow drain cleaner right now, or oven cleaner or anything else. I mean, and trust me, I've been married 3 times, so I've made some sketch decisions.
I did recently just have my first colonoscopy, and I believe my doctor had to use some of that the degreaser to get things moving.
Tank,
I'm not prescribed you Lays.
Tank, I'm not gonna lie. When you told me that you were having a colonoscopy done, the first thing I wanted to do was call your doctor and ask, do you have the extra wide hose? Because Tank weighed about 440 pounds when I met him. When I met Tank looked like 2 of him. He's lost a human. And the crazy thing is, he's still built like a fullback in a small conference.
I mean, I'll take that.
Put a football in his hand. Let's see what you can do, Tank.
Rocky, you did mention the one, which I do feel like is the Cadillac of all potato chips. And it is the sour cream and cheddar ruffle chip. Mm-hmm. That is like, somebody hands you a bag of those, we just became best friends.
Every chip should be a ruffle.
I sell at least a case a week of them things or more.
Every chip should be a ruffle.
Machine, and they all sell, and they sell good everywhere.
You give me those. You give me Fritos. You give me Doritos and a jalapeno chip, and I think I could just live off of that for the rest of my life.
The ruffle
no need for
is
any of the other flavors.
The ruffle is the snack.
Have you seen?
It is the snack Cadillac. It is indeed ribbed for my pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Have you seen the reel with the campers using Doritos to start their fire? Them things burn pretty good, man.
I have seen that. You're going to have to give Tank a second. I think I killed him. I can see him on the screen and he had to duck his head out.
That was a good one. Oh, man. So Doritos burn well and Lay's leak fat into vending machines.
It's okay.
I feel like maybe we need to end the conversation with Chad before he ruins his own business.
Somebody just tuned into this show for the first time and went, what is happening right now?
What the hell?
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, man. Don't get me started on candy bars.
Oh, man. Don't ruin any of the candy bars that I like, please.
Somehow we in one segment went from destroying Frito-Lay to finding Jeremy a Frito-Lay endorsement. I'm not sure how we just did that, but I'm impressed by it.
Oh my goodness. Chad, we appreciate the phone call, man. Did you have any football that you wanted to talk about today by chance, or we appreciate the expert opinion, obviously.
Is there any news out of Charlotte about the Panthers? I know they probably don't start practicing tomorrow, but I guess all the rookies made it in. And and all. I haven't heard anything.
Rookies made it in
McQuanu.
yesterday. The veterans made it in today. I did see where Dave Canales had his media time, but I have not had a chance to listen to it yet to see what he said. The biggest news yesterday was the injuries, Jeremy.
Yeah, the Ike McQuanu thing. That's if I'm a member of Panther Nation, the number one thing I would be scared to death about is Dan Morgan said today he feels strong that Ike McQuanu will play at some point in 2026. That means he showed up and they went, oh boy, this is not awesome. And that's what I've been hearing for weeks, is that the Aquanu thing is terrifying. I think it's going to be Rasheed Walker. I think it's going to be Monroe Freeling, possibly for the entire year of 2026.
Well, maybe that dude's just I don't know. He was hurt last year, wasn't he?
Well, I mean, here's my hope.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Icky's had some injury issues. If I were a Panther fan, this is what I would be. I'm trying to make chicken salad out of chicken excrement here, which is, you haven't even had your first full padded practice and you're already looking at being without both your tackles. The hope here would be that Rasheed Walker plays up to his capabilities, because what I saw in Green Bay, he is a good tackle. Monroe Freeling takes over on the right side, and maybe a year from now we can get Ike McQuanu to where I've been screaming he should be playing for 4 years, which is at guard.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Him and Robert Hunt, I'm telling you right now, if you had Ike McQuanu and Robert Hunt at guard, the running game for the Carolina Panthers would be in the top 5 of the NFL, and I don't care if Tank Spencer and I were the 2 running backs. It would not matter.
Yeah, that man. I think a good running game could win you some games too, man.
No doubt.
I know this league is kind of a lot more passes than runs than what it used to be, but I think if you could establish a good run game, man, I believe that'll win you some games.
Mm-hmm.
I will say,
it's a way to win like a good running game.
I will say one of the reports that I heard from on-site.
Especially if you can eat the clock up with each possession.
Yep.
One of the reports I heard from on-site was that Jonathan Brooks looked pretty good
for long periods of time.
I've been hearing Jonathan Brooks is looking good for 3 years and ain't seen it not once. Hopefully he's healthy, and we know the kid's talented because we watched him in college.
Oh, I loved him coming into the draft. I loved him. They had to have some form of belief in him, or they would have Rico Dowdle on this roster.
It's hard to do much when you can't stay healthy, Chad.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I hope them guys get out there and practice hard. Maybe we'll get some good clips of some plays, and maybe Young will look good, and all of them, man. I'm just ready for football, man. I'm just ready to see some plays.
Everybody get excited about good looking training camp plays, but remember, they're training camp plays.
Yeah, it is. I know. I used to go to Wofford and get all excited when they threw a good play or something, but yeah, you're right. It's just training camp.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's important.
Football.
It's important. It's just I feel a lot like training camp. The same thing that we say about the draft applies, right? If we've gone through the draft process and we've got in our minds where everybody slots in and who should go where and what's the best fits and all of that, once you've done all that background, don't change your mind just because a strange report came out the week of the draft saying that a certain team's hooked on some random player. Because the chances are it's probably what you thought it was going to be the whole time, and you let yourself be fooled by something that really didn't matter. Training camp to me is the exact same way. Like, we've looked at the rosters, we've gone up and down the schedules, we've analyzed the teams, and then practice reps. Sometimes people get too duped by that and go, oh my gosh, Bryce Young looks like the second coming of John Elway. Yeah. But he's throwing on air mostly.
Training camp,
just chill out.
Tank, you never had to deal with this because you've been a married man for a bajillion years. Training camp is a lot like when you meet a girl on a dating app. Take 40% of what she says until you meet with a grain of salt. She's not really that interested in your fantasy football team, I promise you. And when you meet her, she'll go, could we talk about something else? That wasn't 100% the story.
Right.
Tank, you feel the same way about the preseason games?
Yes. Preseason games, I mean, they're fun because it's the first football that we've had in months, but there's not a lot that I glean from the preseason games. I mean, it's fun to watch, like, third-string guys out there having fun at the end of the games, and maybe they can make a roster, but there's nothing really that your team's going to show me in the preseason that is going to change my mind one way or the other. Either I think you're almost there or you're not. And I'm going to wait until you get into real regular season football before I can start making any kind of decisions.
Preseason's a lot like telling your kid you're going to take them to see their favorite mouse and you take them to Chuck E. Cheese instead of Disney World.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, and they're all basic plays. I mean, they run basic offenses and basic defenses because, I mean, they don't want to give up what they're going to do in the regular season games to the other teams, you know?
Yep.
So it's kind of dumbed down, I guess you could say, a little bit.
Don't want to reveal your hand too soon. That's for sure. Chad, we appreciate the phone call, man. We got to take a break here in the Sportsocracy on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. Keep doing it and make sure that you got that degreaser handy.
Will do, man. We're going to be tuned in like always, fellas. We enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. We greatly appreciate it. You want to get in on the conversation? 864-240-5480. You want to start a new conversation? 864-240-5480. Or hit us up at the text line 864-777-9593. We'll be back right after this.
Sports Upstate weather.
This is WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. Big changes coming in. We're going to see rain settle in tonight. It won't be raining every second of the night or tomorrow.
I can tell you this much definitively.
High temperatures much cooler,
ribbed for my pleasure will be a reel on our social media by the end of tomorrow.
Forecast Friday into Saturday. That rain will be off and on continuing until we get to Sunday where we warm back up. Until then,
yeah, it was pretty good.
Highs in the upper 70s.
This report is sponsored by RenewalByAnderson.com.
This June, upgrade your home with Renewal by Anderson. For a limited time, buy one window or door and get one 40% off, plus 0 down and 0% interest for 5 full years. Boost comfort, style, and efficiency. Call today or visit RenewalByAnderson.com.
Hi, I'm Jack Nicklaus. Golf was my game for decades, but now I'm focused on a new challenge, my heart game. I'm living with ATTR-CM, or transthyretin cardiac amyloidosis, a rare and progressive heart condition. I take Vindamax, the only once-daily pill that helps slow down ATTR-CM to help patients live longer and reduce heart-related hospitalizations.
Vindamax tafamidis is a prescription pill taken once a day to treat adults with ATTR-CM to reduce death and hospitalization for heart problems. Tell your doctor about all your medications, medical conditions, and if you have liver problems, are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. There are no known side effects with Vindamax. For prescribing information, call 1-877-278-9632. Learn more at Vindamax.com.
In health and in golf, it's important to manage your game. Take charge. Be informed. Ask your doctor about ATTR-CM and Vindamax. And tell them Jack sent you.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
When your knee hurts every day and you've been told you need a knee replacement, it can feel like there's only one option. This is where you need to be careful. Yes, you're desperate for relief, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Richmond Week, and before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone on bone, arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients patients like you. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Call today, 864-766-8454, 864-766-8454. That's 864-766-8454.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by the station.
Not all kids with crooked teeth can afford braces. Luckily, there's donated orthodontic services from the American Association of Orthodontists. Kids who qualify can be matched with a volunteer orthodontist. Visit aaoinfo.org.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy, 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. You can hit us up on the call-in line at 864-240-5480, 864-240-5480. Also, one thing that I did neglect to mention earlier in the program is that we've got tickets to give away again the rest of this week.
Yeah, we do.
We have several pairs of tickets that are going to be going out for Shinedown in Charlotte on Sunday. They're at the Spectrum Center, and Shinedown is it's a blast from my past, Jeremy, because the last time I saw Shinedown I was trying to narrow down a year here. And I think it was either 2001 or 2002 at the Music Farm in Charleston, South Carolina. One of the greatest venues of all time. And I believe there were about 56 people there. That was the last time that I saw Shinedown.
Shinedown's a great show. They've also got Skillet with them, which is a great show as well.
Yes, they do. It's going to be a rock extravaganza with Shinedown, Coheed and Cambria. Skillet is going to be there as well. And then there's one more that I don't know.
From Ashes to New.
From Ashes to Dust? Is that what they're called?
From Ashes to New.
Ashes to New. Okay. I've never heard of them, so I'm not sure about that. But it's a great, great show.
They're not fronted by Cindy Lou Who, but they are pretty solid.
Familiar with 3 out of the 4 bands, am I? And it's going to be a good show, I'm sure, in Charlotte at the Spectrum Center on Sunday. So keep that phone number handy, because we will be giving you the cue to call to win tickets this Sunday to go see Shinedown and Company at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. Jeremy, the thing that you are looking forward to most about this rookie class coming in to the NFL this year, real curious if you are, I don't know. I guess the thing I'm looking for is who's going to make the most impact for you? Are you going Fernando Mendoza, who now we're hearing he's getting snaps in training camp?
Oh, of course he is, because you'd have to be. Well, I mean, you'd have to be out of your mind to go, hey, you know what we're going to do behind a kind of a plotting offensive line with a running back that stands up like Frankenstein? Let's put Kirk Cousins, who would lose to me in a foot race. Let's put him behind that, because that'll be fun.
Because that'll be fun. There are so many to look forward to.
Well, I mean, I guess my question is, when you ask impact, are you talking about who's going to put up the best stat line or who's going to actually impact winning?
Well, maybe that's a two-pronged question. Maybe do you have a different answer for each of those?
I do.
Okay.
If you're asking me who's going to put up the best stat line, it would be pretty quick Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jeremiah Love's going to have a ridiculous rookie season solely because he is insanely good, and we're in day 74 of the funniest holdout in the history of the NFL. As Jacoby Brissett, who I'm not sure you're worth what we're paying you right now, let alone do I want to pay you more. Jeremiah Love's going to be up there. Carnell Tate's going to do big things. Always kind of temper your expectations for rookie tight ends. You know, I know this was the biggest tight end class in NFL history, but I mean, I don't think Kenyon Sadiq or Nate Borkircher, of which, yes, it is still funny to me that when we talk about the earliest tight ends drafted, that's still a name I have to say. Mm-hmm. I don't know that they're going to hit the ground running per se, but I think by the end of the year, you're going to realize just the depth of how good this class was, because I'm looking 12-plus deep of guys that are going to get big boy snaps for NFL teams. You know, and my nickname for the longest time has been the tight end whisperer, because I've been notoriously good with tight ends and evaluations there. I think we got a lot of guys that are going to make impacts before the season's up. Eli Stowers, he's a big slot. You call him a tight end all you want to. That's not what he's going to play. Right. He and Mekhi Lemon, I think, will be the two rookies that have the biggest role in how good their team actually is. Because now with Devontae Smith is going to get number one coverage for the first time in his career. I think he will be fine, but I don't think you're going to necessarily see a surge in his production just because his target share goes up. I think he kind of is what he is. I've long said I think Devontae Smith's about the 12th best receiver in the NFL, and that's where he belongs. How good this offense is going to be is determined by how quickly Eli Stowers acclimates to the NFL game and how good Mekhi Lemon can be off the jump, because at the end of the day, Mekhi Lemon's the number 2 receiver on that team. Mm-hmm. You can give me Hollywood Brown. You can give me Dontavian Wicks. You can give me Elijah Moore. You can give me Johnny Wilson. I don't really care. The one that's going to have to win and win consistently is Mekhi Lemon.
Yes.
Good thing is USC receivers have a pretty solid track record of hitting the ground running pretty quick in the NFL. I thought Lemon was one of the most undervalued prospects in the class solely because he is slot specific. You know, I don't think he's going to play on the outside all that much. In Philadelphia, he doesn't really have to. You know, you got Eli Stowers, you got Dontavian Wicks, guys that can take those outside reps. But, I mean, in terms of what I'm looking for, this is a weird class because I'm looking at a lot of guys on defense. Sonny Styles in Washington. I think a lot of that defense hedges on how good Sonny Styles is and how quickly he's that. Mm-hmm. Because, look, Frankie Louvu was a guy that a year ago we were talking about being a top 5 linebacker in the NFL. Nobody's talking about that right now. Now he's part of a rotation with Styles, Leo Chenal. You've got the upgrades on the edge with Chason and Oa. The secondary still scares me a bit, but there's a lot of bullets in the gun. I'm looking really forward to seeing how quickly he hits the ground running. Curious to see what Arvell Reese looks like with the New York Giants. Mm-hmm. You know, Reese was a kind of a one-year wonder. Now he's playing a position that is kind of what I said he was going to be relegated to. I just didn't think it'd be in a 3-man front. Didn't think he'd be playing inside linebacker in a 3-4. Curious to see how he acclimates. What does it do to Kayvon Thibodeau? What's it do to Abdul Carter? These are all things that I think we're going to figure out pretty quick because these guys are going to get reps in preseason games.
Yep. Caleb Downs is obviously a freak of nature, and him going to the Dallas Cowboys, I think he's got a chance to be one of the most impactful as far as winning goes. Jadarian Price would probably be the other one. I'm not a huge fan of Jadarian Price. He's a fine player. Him going to Seattle to be the guy immediately anyway is going to be an important part of the season.
Well, I mean, with Zach Charbonnet coming off an ACL injury, there's not a lot of guys there. You know, it's Charbonnet's on PUP. I'm pretty confident he is not going to start this year. So how long does it take before he gets back? How much of this falls squarely on Jadarian Price? And I don't have another alternative. Halani is a nice piece, but you can't give him high end. At least I don't think you can. I haven't seen anything to make it to make me think that you can. So that one's an interesting one for me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, those were my number one was Mekhi Lemon, but you stole that, so I figured we needed to move down the list there a little bit because, as you said, Mekhi is going to be crucially important to how well can he hit the ground running, and how consistent of a target can he be? Because I like the prospect of. I guess Dallas Goedert having, well, I think I've said this like 2 years in a row, but kind of that one last primo year before the downfall. And I'm not saying he's just going to disappear, but I mean at some point that's going to happen. And with AJ gone, I think that raises his stock a little bit, but if Mekhi Lemon starts showing out early, then I don't know how much of a beat you really skip. Because I don't expect that running game to be that bad this year. Or as untrustworthy, I guess, as it ended up being last year. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy on 104.9 FM for Fox Sports Update. Upstate. Good Lord. Give us a call at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. The phone lines are open. The text line as well, 864-777-9593. We got a text from Alec, and we'll open that box when we get back.
Fox Sports Upstate traffic.
A wreck on the 85 northbound around 290 is making progress. They've got it off the roadway and onto the shoulder. Still slow back to the airport exit at Aviation Drive, but things getting better now that all your travel lanes are open. That's your latest check. Time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. In the automotive industry, time and trust matter. Miss an electrical problem and it can slow everything down. That's why Napa delivers electrical solutions the pros trust. The parts, tools, and expertise to catch problems before they become breakdowns. That's Napa know-how.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger.
Did you know they're making a new
for the
Family
ones
Guy?
who get it done.
They're making a what?
They're making a new Family Guy.
With just Stewie?
Stewie's getting a spinoff.
Yeah.
Huge savings on select.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I just saw Keenan Thompson just post.
Keenan Thompson's in it, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense why he was on an episode of Hot Ones then. Because they usually go in there to promote stuff.
Keenan did Hot Ones?
He did it with Kale. He hooked back. Yeah, they linked back up, and it was a good one. Oh man, yeah. I watched it with my daughter, and we immediately watched Keenan and Kale after.
Oh, I'll have to watch it.
Tank.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty solid.
Tank was in a movie with Keenan.
Really?
Long time ago.
Well, that's cool. Is he as cool in real life as he seems to be on?
He was
like
at 17.
Okay.
It was. God, that was. How long ago was that?
30 years ago.
34 years. Something
Yeah.
like that. 32 years. Jeez. Good Lord, I'm old. Yeah, I like checking out all the Keenan stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Plus, with Oxy, makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Gain, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
All right, so we come out of the break.
iHeart is America's
Trey,
#1
I'm gonna
podcast
do a cue
network.
for them
Open
to
the
call.
free iHeart app and
For the phone calls?
Yeah, for tickets.
Okay. That'll work. It's really hard for them to hear because I can't mute you going over the phone line, so you're talking over me the whole time.
Oh crap.
Well, here we'll take a
text
break.
line, maybe?
We'll take a break reasonably quick because we still got one more to do, and then we'll just go to the bottom.
No, we're caught up on break.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Back in the Sportsocracy, Fox Sports Upstate, 104.9 FM. Welcome back into the program. The call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Hit us up at the text line as well, 864-777-9593, just like Alec has done. He was the one that texted in yesterday toward the end of the program that was asking about our thoughts on the SEC breaking away and all of that. Will the Big Ten join them? And he follows up with another SEC question here with, if Auburn has a great season, like 9-2 with a potential Iron Bowl win, would that not be the poster child for Greg Sankey and the argument that the SEC should just play itself? Adding on to his question from yesterday. Yes, I guess it would. 9-2 seems like you're living in la-la land to me. But, I mean, of course, if the SEC goes in, Jeremy, we were talking about this the other day, and the playoff is here, and the SEC has, 6 teams in because it was that good of a season, then, yeah, I mean, it strengthens that argument. You're not going, I mean, I don't think you're winning any fans with that, and nobody's going to really get on board with that. I don't even think many of the SEC teams will get on board with that. You want to be able to have the ability, do you not, to be able to control your roster or to control your schedule a little bit. So I don't know that you'd make any ground with that, but it certainly helps. I mean, you're already at the position where it's not going to surprise any of us if the decision gets made of, hey, so we've got some things to figure out with all of the lawsuits and the, our role in the settlements and all of that kind of stuff. Like, we know we've got some stuff to clean up, but we've decided as a conference, the SEC says 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we'll be breaking out on our own. Would you be shocked at that? I wouldn't.
Would I be shocked at it? No. I don't know. That's just it's one team that I just look at and go, you've let me down so many times. And I don't think you're insignificant. Look, I like Byron Brown a lot, but do I think he's going to come into the SEC and terrorize SEC defenses? No, I've read this book. I've watched guys blow up bad defensive conferences like the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Then they come into the SEC and, whole new world. Hate to go Aladdin here, but this is a whole new world, buddy boy. And I think that's, Alex said if they win 9 games, can you get to 9 wins for Auburn?
Nope.
I mean, without abducting some teams off their bus, because I think that's what it would take.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just looking at the schedule here. All right, you got that very customary, soft as the contents of a baby's diaper first 2 games that SEC teams love, of which your conference is so tough. I'm not that I'm blaming you. It's just they're going to start 2-0. I see a path they don't win another game until November.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a dog in every single game they play. The 3 they play at home are Florida, Vanderbilt, and LSU. I'll be shocked if you won one of those.
Yep, and the road games are horrendous places to play. I have to go to Tennessee. I have to go to Georgia. I got to go to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and then at Alabama to end the season in the Iron Bowl. I don't see this team as a team that's really at that point. You're not that competitive. Be thankful that you can be more competitive, but you're not vying for the SEC title, I don't believe.
No, what you're looking for if you're and I would say this about a lot of teams. I'd say it about Florida. I'd say it about Auburn in this instance. You're trying to gain traction because you haven't really had it in several years. So now you're trying to take a step forward. I'm looking at transfer portal rankings, and Auburn did fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, they lost quite a bit, too. And so you had a lot come in, but you had a lot go out. I mean, they lost 36 players in the transfer portal. And 2 of them are guys that I'm pretty sure we're going to hear their name called pretty early in the spring. So I just don't see I don't necessarily see the high upside. Your goal is to get to bowl eligibility and be on the right direction and make it easier to recruit this team a year from now.
Yep.
I mean, and look, there's a lot of teams in college football that I could say that about. But, what we teased earlier about I can fix college football in one sentence, Auburn is a really good example of what I'm talking about. Auburn does not have the money that a lot of these other, high-end, super high-end schools do. To get Auburn on board with anything, to get Alabama on board with anything, you're going to have to put a ceiling on the money.
Mm-hmm.
The solution to all of this is very simple. Contracts that you disclose publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Until you have that, where the transfer portal becomes like NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL free agency, where Byron Brown signs a 3-year deal with Auburn for $10 million, and you know that, none of the rest of this matters. None of it. Because I can tell you definitively one of these schools is lying about what they're paying players, and I've heard that from 2 different agents in the last 2 weeks. You're not telling the truth, and there is absolutely not one thing we can do to you.
Mm-hmm.
We know you're lying. Can't do anything about it. And as long as that's the case, you're going to have teams that keep pushing that line.
Yep.
Those that have the big coffers and have the big cookie jars, they'll keep doing it because what's my incentive not to?
Mm-hmm.
Just like what I said about Notre Dame's schedule. Why would Notre Dame's schedule tough? I have to play 5 ACC games. Outside of that, everything is at my own discretion. Of course I'm going to play Purdue. Why wouldn't I? You just guaranteed I make the playoff if I get to 10-2. Why wouldn't I do that?
Right. Doesn't really make sense to sabotage myself.
No. That's the point of rules. The reason you have rules is to preclude teams from gaming the system. Well, now there's about 52 ways to game the system.
Mm-hmm. We've added about a new one every year. Antonio hit us up on the text line as well. He says, Auburn administration is terrible, and that's why they continuously cycle through coaches. This guy won't be there long either, just like the rest.
I tend to agree with that.
It's always something. I mean, even when they're winning, it's always something. Gene Chizik, Gus Malzahn, Brian Harsin. It's something always happens. And usually I will say most of the time, it tends to be that you have that one good year, and then guess what? Auburn fans are back to thinking, oh, we could compete every year. Well, I mean, that sounds good in theory, but it doesn't really tend to play out in real life because it's a pop program. It's a roller coaster program. The highs can be really high. And as we've seen, as with the Brian Harsin era, the lows can be pretty low. Finding consistency is not something that actually, I mean, many programs can boast about. You're a program that's been around a long time, but are you a heritage program? And the answer to me is no. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
Okay. All right.
We do have to give away some Shinedown tickets, and Trey had a really good idea.
Okay.
We should ask a trivia question. We're a South Carolina Gamecock network, so I have a South Carolina Gamecock trivia question.
Look at that.
1995, South Carolina won their first bowl game. Who did they beat? You answer that question, you're the first one to call in with the correct answer. We will send you to Shinedown in Charlotte. You can see Shinedown, Coheed and Cambria, Skillet, and From Ashes to New. South Carolina's first bowl game victory was in 1995. Who did they beat?
Show coming up at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte this Sunday. Your chance to win right now. 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Hit the text lines 777-9593. If you got the answer to the question, tickets for this weekend show available on Ticketmaster. I'm sure there'll be more than 56 people there.
No doubt.
You'll be
just a few.
just a few more. Although the other side of that is you'll also get to hear them sing all the great songs that they had not written at the time that they were still a bar band.
Correct.
6 years ago.
Yes. Yeah. To further elaborate on what Antonio said on the text line, he's 100% right. The administration at Auburn is terrible for one very specific reason. And this is another thing that you got to be worried about in college football. The boosters have entirely too much say. The AD at Auburn, that job means less than most meteorologists because you don't actually do anything. All you're doing is the bidding because they know if we ruffle the feathers of the boosters, we'll be irrelevant in no time because they don't have any more.
Mm-hmm.
And so those boosters have swung their weight around for years. And now you've gotten to a point where I look at Auburn and just go, this is a vicious cycle until you until you get something to stop the cycle, it's not going to matter.
No.
And I would agree. You're probably going to have, I wanted to call him Brian Harsin right there. I always name it in my head, Alex Galesh.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do something different, and you're going to be in the same boat that Hugh Freeze and a slew of others have been.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is a fresh new season. And as we've said, hope springs eternal for everyone. I encourage all Auburn fans not to get too wild about the new one, the new season coming up. Alec did get back in with us and said that he's not really expecting them to go 9-2. Just thought that'd be a good argument with a murderer's row schedule. And you're right.
Oh, I got news for you. If they go 9-3 against that schedule, Alex Galesh should be he should win the head coach of the year,
coach of the century,
for sure. Because if they go 9-3 and the SEC doesn't let them play with 17 players, I'm going to call shenanigans because there ain't no way they're beating that score. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure they could do it playing 17 players at once.
Right. Still a chance to win some tickets to go see Shinedown, Coheed and Cambria, From Ashes to New, and Skillet at the Spectrum Center. Again, all you got to do is answer the trivia question here. Who was the first victim of the South Carolina Gamecocks in a bowl game? I think I'm more surprised that 95 was the first win that they had.
First bowl win. I'll give you a hint. It was in the CarQuest Bowl.
Ah, okay. There you go. Give that text line a shout or the call-in line as well. 864-240-5480, 864-777-9593. That's the text line. Don't call it. You call the call-in line. If you've got the answer to the trivia question, to go see Shinedown in Charlotte on Sunday. This is the Sportsocracy, and we will wrap it up for the day. Back with you tomorrow from 5 to 7 here on Fox Sports Upstate, taking more of your phone calls, texts, and the like. Be sure to follow us on all the socials at the Sportsocracy. Jeremy, we'll see you tomorrow, man. You going to be in town, or are you going back to Greenville? What's the deal?
You know what? I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and we shall see. And Gary, with our final text of the day, said if the tight end whispers back, it doesn't live up to its name. And that is the greatest way possible to end this episode of the Sportsocracy.
Fox Sports Upstate weather.
This is WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice with your forecast. Big changes coming in. We're going to see rain settle in tonight. It won't be.
All right. Yeehaw.
We made it.
Yes, sir. Yes, we did.
All righty. I'll make me a big old note here so I can remember to give those away tomorrow.